wasting time. Join the party nation. Party nation. Party nation.
Buenos dias. Good afternoon. Happy Daredevil Day. Like, it's Daredevil Day. And for Daredevil Day, we're taking it all the way back to how it all started. Just me, my computer, and 3Dub. You know, I had to make the hard choices today, you guys. I had to make the hard choices. By the hard choices,
I came in on the second episode, not the first. So,
well, yeah. Well, whatever. Yep,
and then I got stuck.
yeah. So guys, I had to fire Taj. Yep. Yep. Taj has been fired. He was just really negative. Yeah, like gosh. The guy was just
He hates
mean.
Super a lot.
I
Jesus.
know, right? He hated Super for no reason. But yeah, the guy was fired, thrown out with the trash. Yeah, yep. That's why he's not here today. What's up, Ronan? Ronan's on his way in.
So you do love Super.
Uh yeah, it was a big fight. All I did was text him and say, "Yo, what's up?" And then he just started like cursing me out for no reason. I think he was like sick or something. I don't know, but he told me I wasn't really black and a whole bunch of other stuff. It kind of made me cry a little bit. Yeah.
You can't tell.
Yes, Justin. Taj does love Cecile. Taj does love Cecile. Um, this may make Taj feel pretty happy, but uh, kind of lackluster. Yeah, kind of. It's what I like. Toriyama, rest his soul. Toriyama was a storytelling genius, but Toriyama did have his pitfalls when it came to plot holes and drop plots and whatnot. So yeah, I'm iffy on the ending. Maybe it'll be better when the like English dub is full. Like I'm watching the English dub weekly with my family, with my kids. So I'll just wait. I'll maybe if I see it on a second viewing, I'll feel differently. But it was meh. Like the series as a whole, I thoroughly enjoyed it. It's just when you drop the ball at the ending, it just kind of pisses you off, if you get what I mean.
Kind of the opposite of GT, where they dropped the ball during the series and then left with a bang.
Yeah, Tosh, I do have your number. I don't want to say it out loud. Like, I have your number. I just called you the other day. Duh. Uh, you have mixed thoughts as well. I don't want to be foggy. I just have a bad feeling about that. But we'll talk about that. We will talk about that. Uh, yes, Ragu, tonight is the night. I'm so excited. I am so excited. Yes, tonight's gonna be a good night. Let's hope not. What's up, Ronan? Yeah, Jose. I agree. I agree. Well, oh, you're asking. Yes, but I mean, you can watch the first few episodes. Like, I think they're up to 8 in the English dub right now on Crunchyroll. So you can watch the first few episodes and they flow great. Because honestly, these episodes seem shorter than like Super and Z and Dragon Ball. Like they seem shorter to me. I don't know why, but they feel shorter. Like it feels like the episode is over in like not even 20 minutes. Like they feel super short.
It's probably because of the long ass intro
Yeah.
and outro.
Yeah. They said they might possibly. I mean, you never know what Toriyama did. Like they say in Japanese culture, like you literally work until you drop. So who knows what all Toriyama did until he literally dropped. So yeah. Dalton says, "Hey Ronan." Tosh says he misses me. Oh yeah. Oh, we all are. We all are. You're literally hearing my voice now. How does that make sense? You're in the stream. But yeah, Jeffrey, it was weird. Hey, 3 up. Speaking of which, I guess StreamYard got rid of that weird beta crap that they were trying.
Yeah, the scenes.
Yeah, I guess they got rid of that real quick.
It failed miserably.
Yeah, 'cause it didn't work. It barely worked. The video I did last week, about the Shrek stuff, it barely worked. Like,
It was extremely confusing.
yeah, because like you got to stop in the middle of your video to make sure that the outsourced material is actually showing up in the scene. I'm like, it's just these companies always try to mess with stuff that does not need to be messed with, and it's weird. It's very, very weird. But to start off,
It didn't even
did you
last 3 days.
yeah. Did you watch Invincible?
Yeah, the newest one. Yeah,
How do you feel about the I did ask you about that the other day. How do you feel about that character in general, about Powerplex?
he was misguided in every way possible.
Oh, definitely. The man was nuts. There ain't no way around it. That man was nuts. Like Powerplex was nuts. Like,
And it's
because
the
it's like,
guy from Breaking Bad too.
yeah. And it's like, I get it. It was supposed to be their play on like the whole BVS situation, and that was like Batman. But it's like you're trying to blame him for something that he was trying to prevent. Collateral damage happens. Granted, in Invincible and the boys, it happens more than you would desire or whatever. But collateral damage happens. For him to like be like just straight up blaming Invincible like at every turn, like, dude, you're mentally unstable.
Like
You killed
the
your entire family because you are mentally unstable. And then
the
your wife
entire
nuts
like
too.
the entire title card was held until he lost it and just like started like spilling out his name and it just kept popping up, popping up. Like
No,
wow.
that was hilarious. That was hilarious. That was hilarious. Hey, shout out to Shapesmith. He held his own for a little bit. He's still an idiot, but he held his own. He held his own in that fight for a little bit. He said, "Look, I killed him. I wasn't trying to. But, now he's dead. I gotta go. I'm sorry." I'm like, are you drunk right now, or are you just talking like this to talk like this?
Apparently, people that have read the source material are excited about the ending too.
Yeah, especially next week. It's called the Invincible War for this week.
Hmm.
I love the marketing that they did talking about casting announcements, and it's just Steve Yeun for everybody. That's actually genius. Like they're this year, like they stepped it up with marketing. I think the animation for me looks a lot smoother, and we do not have that stupid break that broke the momentum of the show. And I'm really happy about that. Jose, my monetization status is it's almost back. I need 3,000 watch hours, and I'm currently at 2,869. So I'm close. I'm close. The live streams help, and the fact that I've been posting more, and you guys have actually been watching my content, it's legitimately it's helping. So it's almost back, but I'm kind of like I'm enjoying like regaining it, if you get what I mean. Like I'm enjoying this because honestly, the whole thing with like TikTok getting taken away for that short, brief period of time, that was a blessing in disguise because it allowed me to actually like hone in and like just sit down and focus on really doing this YouTube thing. And like my subscriber count has grown tremendously from what it was. Like I'm almost to 16. Like Well, 1,600. If you want,
1,600.
yeah, you want to, if you want to be all like, if you want to,
I'm like 16. What? Are you going backwards?
Well, but yeah, like it's been growing fast, and that's just for me posting more, switching up my content. If you guys don't know, like Jedi Mike, who's he's been on the show before. He's helping me so I could get this so I could get started on this critic association thing. So that's why you've been seeing me post more reviews of shows you may not have known that I watched. My new stuff, like my rewatch reactions series that I'm doing, with like starting off with Henry Danger and stuff, that's been doing good numbers on my channel. I did a review on the Thunderman's Undercover, and that did good numbers. So yeah, like it's growing slowly but surely. So it's almost back. So I thank you for asking. He can't keep getting away. That was funny because it's like, what is he getting away with, dog? Like, it happens. Like, you should probably take it up with the other heroes that kill more people by accident. Like,
take it up with damage control from MCU.
Now, Aaron Paul was great. Like, Aaron Paul was like, he was made for this role. Like, he killed it. Bro, I just did a TikTok and a short about this. I want to let me see if I could find that article, because that being canceled was nuts. Like, legitimately, them canceling like the FBI shows. I like Dick Wolf shows. Yes, they have been canceled before, but he's been on a roll the past few years. Like, his show, the original Law and Order, even got a revival. So for them to like just straight up cancel it, like cancel two of the shows, it's shocking.
FBI spinoffs?
Most Wanted and International were canceled.
Okay, if they cancel FBI, I'm going to be throwing a table.
So yeah, like but it's
I really like that one.
It's like the fact that you have like two of the biggest stars from your other shows, like you just brought them on and you allowed it to get canceled. Like, and CBS has been on BS for the past couple of years. Like, if you the reason why they canceled CSI and So Help Me Todd, that show was so good that it got an early renewal for like season 2, and then you announced during season 2 that the show was canceled because you couldn't find time on your schedule for the fall. Like, you don't have like you don't have a summer season of TV. Like you can't just move it. Like, this is crazy. So this is the Variety article. FBI Most Wanted and FBI International will not return to CBS after their current 6th and 4th seasons respectively come to an end. The flagship of Dick Wolf's CBS trio, FBI, kicked off in 2018. Last April, it landed a 3-season renewal, which will keep it on through season 9, which is crazy. So you leave that one alone because you already said, yeah, you know what? We already put the money into you, so we're going to keep you on the air. So FBI Most Wanted was the first FBI spinoff, which debuted in January 2020. Was originally led by Julian McMahon. I don't know. Dr. Doom from the original Fantastic Four films. Keelan Lutz, yada yada yada. Dylan McDermott took over the role after the lead left at the end of season 3, and he's literally only been on the show. He has not been on for that long, and honestly, I watched a couple episodes with him in it, and honestly, I like him in the role. I like Dylan McDermott as an actor regardless. Like, he's a great actor. The second spinoff, FBI International, just launched in 2021. Jesse Lee Sulphur from Chicago Fire, Jay Halstead, like, he joined that show this season. Like, he just joined the show, and it's canceled. Like, CBS, what are you doing? And then they're dropping a new spinoff. They just announced a new spinoff. FBI CIA. Why does the FBI need a CIA division? I don't get it.
That's a little cross-contamination right there.
I don't get it. I legitimately don't get it. FBI, CIA. That's
CIA appointed FBI agents.
That's a mouthful. And you want to watch FBI, CIA? What? excuse me? Do I want to watch what now? So like, you cancel
ABC.
that, like you cancel the show because you have, I don't know. Like CBS already announced 9 renewals. The NCIS trio all renewed. Tracker, George and Mandy's First Marriage got a 2-season renewal. Hollywood Squares, Elsbeth,
Tracker did?
Fire Country. No, George and Mandy's First Marriage did.
Oh, that makes
Fire
sense.
Country was renewed. That show was freaking amazing, and it also gave a 2-season pickup to Ghosts, which is an amazing show. You guys should check that out. So CBS has continued to lean heavily to franchises. You can't say that because again, you canceled CSI, the revival, which was doing well because you couldn't find space on your schedule. I don't get how that makes sense. I don't understand what these TV
Wait. Is
execs.
NCIS Sydney getting a season 2?
Yes, yes, the NCIS trio has been renewed. Like it's
Sweet.
fully like all of them are renewed. But they
It would be kind
ordered.
of funny if they renewed Tony and Ziva for season 2 before it even airs.
Yeah, and then I guess they have a spinoff of Blue Bloods for next year, Boston Blue.
Is it
A
going to be
spinoff
Red
of,
Bloods?
I don't know. Boston Blue, that's what it's called. I don't know what Blue Bloods is even about. So
It's about an old guy cop, I guess.
Okay. Chat, do you watch that? Like I said, like I don't just watch comic book shows. I love procedural dramas. Like I will sit down and watch a medical drama in a heartbeat and legitimately be locked in. Like I'll even I'll review some of them. You know, hey, it's an audience for that somewhere on YouTube. But Fire Country spinoff with the dumbest title, Sheriff Country. That just doesn't roll off the tongue at all. There's
Just
spinoffs
like
of the
FBI,
Equalizer.
CIA.
Yeah. It's spinoffs of the Equalizer and it's spinoffs of the Neighborhood. But again, shows like the Neighborhood and the new Damon Wayans sitcom with his son have not been renewed. So are they moving out old shows to make room for the new ones? I hate when networks do that. Like I get some of that stuff has to happen, but I hate when networks do that, especially when they're beloved shows. And Lord only knows if they have finished filming and if they can pivot to actually film a proper series finale, which is what I hate. I hate when shows don't get series finales. We learned that the hard way with half of the CW. Not even half the CW, with all of the CW.
With cop shows, it's kind of like you can end it anywhere and it can like live
Draven?
on in
True.
the basically because all you're
wife.
really doing is you stop showing the visual.
True.
Cops
Did I ever
don't
watch?
stop
Did I,
being cops?
Jeffrey? Did I ever watch House, bro? I love House. I've rewatched House. My wife put me on that show. Like I've rewatched House several times. Like that's my original medical drama. Like legitimately, I watched House before I watched Good Doctor, before I watched The Resident, before I watched any of Grey's Anatomy. I watched House. Like that show was just different.
That's the medical one, right?
Of Invincible. Okay. I doubt I'm ready regardless. Like I said, I haven't read any Invincible comics. So I go in each week completely blind. Oh yeah. And honestly, the original Law and Order, it's good with the new people. Like they have some of the craziest cases. Like I love the revival of Law and Order. Like it hasn't lost a beat, honestly.
I was going to start that,
So
but
help
as
me
soon as I
God.
saw the episode count, I'm like, no thanks.
Like I started from like the very first of the revival season, and then I just picked up from right there. I didn't watch the original run.
Yeah, I was thinking about the original run.
Oh yeah, I didn't watch that. Yeah, no.
It's still going, I think.
SVU is still the best Law and Order. Yeah, like that Law and Order is never going to be top. Like that. But it's the way these television dramas especially like on CBS, NBC, ABC. We talk about how on the CW with a lot of those shows that they stop focusing on like the leads as the season continues. With procedural dramas like this, with like Law and Order and Grey's Anatomy, not only do they stop focusing on like like with Law and Order, they don't stop focusing on your lead character. You stop focusing on the characters that have been there since day one. So they fade them out for no reason. They fire them for no reason and bring in a random replacement that's not a full-on series regular. They just show up in a lot of episodes. It's really weird the way they handle it. Law and Order is the biggest victim of that. Like they handle it terribly, and that's why Marisha Hargitay had so much, like she fought so hard for Kelly Giddish to like stay on, like to come back to the show, because she was legitimately fired for no reason. They just told her one day, like, yeah, we're writing your character off, and she's like, why? And they couldn't give her a reason. Like all the Dixie Wolf shows have these problems. That's why a lot of people just straight up do leave, unless you negotiate a good contract like Ice-T did, or like Mariska did. Like you got to have a good contract. It's really weird the way they handle that stuff. Jose says one of my favorite franchises on TV is the Chicago. Bro, I just recently got on Chicago one, and like Taj and 3 will tell you, like I binge watched Chicago PD all last summer.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
should have
just binge
started
watch
with
Chicago
Chicago Fire, Chicago PD, then Chicago Med. That's the order.
Hey, Chicago Fire is better than PD though. Like Fire is just different. Fire is different.
Fire's fire.
Hey, that works too.
There's no corruption in fire.
I wouldn't mind it. He honestly needs to. Because again, Chicago PD is suffering from what I just talked about.
And if you watch Chicago Fire, you would hate the lead character of Chicago PD. So you grow to hate him.
Yeah. Like watching how he started on Fire, I was like, Jesus. I didn't like the guy at first when I was watching it. When I was watching PD, like I did not like him at first, but then watching Fire, I'm like, God, you are so annoying. I will watch George and Mandy, but honestly, I never watched. Don't judge me. I did not watch
I'm
Big
judging.
Bang Theory all the way through.
I'm judging now. Really judging.
My wife watched Big Bang Theory all the way through, and I would just like sit there. I never watched it, but I just might watch Big Bang Theory, then I'll watch Young Sheldon. And
if you watch Big Bang Theory, you're going to be like, "Hey, that's Sheldon's dad."
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. 1923. Didn't they just like that season just started?
She's judging you too.
She's always judging me. It's like you just be watching at the wrong time. I'm sorry. Like watch the Yellowstone. Yeah, my wife loves the Yellowstone shows. I could not get into Yellowstone. I don't know why. It was just something about it. I couldn't get into it. I don't know why though.
I even tried, and I actually know why I couldn't get into it, because they're a bunch of criminals getting away with criminal stuff.
True. Justin, do I watch The Rookie? Bro, I love The Rookie. I've loved The Rookie.
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
I watched The Rookie, 911. I started watching those shows around the same time. Like, I love The Rookie. I'm mad that The Rookie feds got canceled because of the stupid strikes. Like, I love The Rookie, and I'm glad they're bringing back the feds characters in these like newer seasons. But bro, The Rookie is goated. Like, they need to announce their renewal today. Like, if you cancel The Rookie, I riot. It's no way around that. Like, The Rookie,
same thing with
Rookie
SWAT
is just too good.
Me.
Bro, I love SWAT. If they cancel SWAT again, no show has survived 2 cancellations. All because Shamar Moore got on Instagram and cussed out the studio because they didn't want to piss off. They didn't want to piss off their cash cow. Like, no show has survived 2 cancellations back to back, which that's crazy. What's up, Taladia?
What's up?
Jose says 911 and Dr. Bro, me and my wife, we tried to watch Dr. Odyssey, and it did not lock me in. Maybe we got to watch a couple. Like we haven't watched it since like the second episode, so maybe we go back and binge it. But like if she's still listening, she probably saying like nah. But it didn't lock us in. I don't know why Dr. Odyssey didn't lock us in. Maybe it's because they started off the show with like love triangle drama. Like, don't start off a show like that, bro. Like, this is a new show. Establish the characters first. Don't let us know that your lead is secretly in love with the female lead, but the other male lead is in love with the female lead too.
Wait. This is the Grey's Anatomy plot. Like in the first episode, she sleeps with the head doctor, and then they go in the elevator, and the head doctor sees his ex-girlfriend, his wife, and his new girlfriend.
True.
All in the same.
That is true.
elevator.
But they actually made it interesting. Dr. Odyssey just didn't lock us in. See, she says I'm not. She will. She will. I'm very
Life has
persuasive.
spoken. All hail the wife.
Oh yeah, true, Jeffrey. Jose asked Will Trent and Found. When I discovered those shows, bro, like I watched them from the premieres, it's just something special. Will Trent is something special, like legitimately. Some about that show just lock you in. And Found. If y'all not watching Found, that is a crazy premise for a show, but it is so good. Like I learned a long time ago. It's more to TV than just all of this stuff. Like, if y'all not watching Found, if you don't want to hear about
you're lost.
Lady,
if you aren't watching Found, you're lost.
Exactly. Like if you don't want to hear a story about a lady who survived being kidnapped by her teacher, who is secretly in love with her. At least I think he's secretly in love with her, which is actually kind of creepy. But she survived being kidnapped, rescued her and the other girl that he did kidnap, and then she turns around and kidnaps him, and like he's helping her solve crimes. Yeah, like that. It's a crazy premise. Like it's a crazy premise. Like this show, that and Jesse L. Martin's new show, The Irrational. The Irrational is so good.
You want to see? Speaking of like weird plot twist, is I'm watching an anime called Making Magic. It's got like a better Japanese name, but he gets reincarnated in this world, and he basically grows up loving his sister and not realizing why until they find out that he's actually adopted. I'm like, this is a Barry and Iris twist.
Excuse me?
Barry and Iris grow up as siblings. Basically.
No, I know that, but I'm saying like he loves his sister, but he doesn't know that it's his sister. What?
Yeah, he's reincarnated, so he doesn't know why.
Oh, okay.
Why he has feelings for
her. What's not a secret? What are you talking about? I'm confused. Very confused.
Yeah.
But what's up, Taladia?
Not much, man. I watched the last episode of Daima, man. I gotta say that.
Are you disappointed?
Well, it was predictable. Predictable because I was disappointed by no.
Let's not. No, we ain't gonna say that because my wife ain't watched the hit like I have. But don't say any like spoilery things.
I was disappointed by what they did.
Me too.
I'll say this much: it conflicts with the mainline continuity. Sorry, the anime.
I figured it was regardless. Honestly, because I mean, we felt the same way about Super. Because everybody was like, how they gonna squeeze all of this in before the end of Z?
Now it's conflicting with that, and I'm just like thinking, are they going
because
to
like you squeezing all this in before the beginning of Super? I don't know.
I have no idea, man. Honestly, though, I wanted to really hear your thoughts though on it. Like, was it? Did you enjoy it or no?
Um, the finale started off strong, the way you want any Dragon Ball show to. The action was
Yeah.
great. The big transformation, cool. Literally, earth shattering. Like legitimately, he whatever what he did, like shook the demon realm, as you will want any Goku battle. And I cannot wait to hear that in the English dub. I cannot wait to hear Sean Schimmel do like. I can't wait to hear his voice for this mode, like for this transformation,
Hmm.
because it's so drastically different than the original, than the original version of it. So I can't wait to see what he does. Um, but it's just it reminds me of that Arale episode of
That's what it is.
okay. It reminds me of that Arale episode of Dragon Ball Super, where you just rely on that gag character, and that's what the two Majins are, Majin Du and Q. They're legitimate gag characters because he's trying to. Toriyama was trying to bring back some of that like that hopefulness,
Yeah.
like the kid friendly esque like characters back into it or whatever. You're in the demon realm. You need to spoof goofy characters, and that's what the two Majins were. So the way that they resolved like the big battle and like utilizing them, I was like, really, that's what we're doing, really. It's like, so you guys did like, so they, what are really like. Also, you after this entire season of making Piccolo look like a badass and like making Piccolo look cool, like we get the trio that we never get to see. You treat Piccolo like we see Piccolo in every single Dragon Ball Z movie.
I
Smack
really
to
hope
the
Christopher
side.
Sabat is voicing Piccolo.
He will. He when he turns back into an adult, he is.
Hmm.
Oh
The
no, as a
honestly,
kid, as a kid,
oh
that would be
no,
funny.
No.
everybody has new voice actors. And look, might I say, this past week's episode, in the English dub, Stephanie Natalie, her voice is like Goku in bass, maybe slightly different because she has gotten older. It's been a while since she's done Kid Goku or Kid Gohan, respectively. But when Goku turned Super Saiyan and then further transformed into Super Saiyan 2, she still has the voice. Hearing her do a Kamehameha after all of these years, she still got it. They should have let her voice GT Kid Goku and Kid Goku Teen or wherever they're calling him that. They should have let her do it. I do not like the new voice actress that they used. So and it's gonna be weird when they eventually do update like uh uh mini Goku from Daima. When they do update like the language settings for him, like to just not be in Japanese, and it's gonna be
Hmm.
Stephanie Natalie. So you're gonna put a Goku that sounds different up against that one. That's gonna be weird.
Also, what's going to be interesting is to see the Daima on Kakarot.
The Daimon Kakarot, and they also announced that they're putting Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta in Xenoverse.
Yeah. Which is crazy, right? You never thought that you'd get to see that in a video
I'm
game.
Yeah, but I mean, we saw Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta in the Raging Blast games, but
But
like
not,
to now
not,
know it's canon, like that's crazy.
yeah, yeah.
And it makes me wonder, like, why did Toriyama go with that design for the hair?
Yeah, it can. It's still crazy.
I like the
Uh,
hair down the back, but this works too, I guess. It's just really big.
and Jeffrey with that Super Saiyan 4, what's it called? Profile picture. Awesome.
Yep. But it should be cool, like just to. I can't wait till the English dub catches up. Like the English dub officially ends May 23rd. Like it's just great. Like this show only being like this show is so short for a legit Dragon Ball show. It's so short with only one arc.
Hmm.
Like a movie has to be coming out. Like a movie really has to be coming out.
So you mean to tell me to go back in time and to uh,
A movie had like it's so much more to explore in the demon realm. I feel like me personally, I feel like there's so much more to explore in the demon realm than trying to deal with Goma and figuring out all of that like the stuff with Degasu and
mm,
Aransu. Like it's so much more to explore in the demon realm. Like getting so much lore on Deborah and Ubor and all of that stuff. Like you know how much I would pay to see like Dragon Ball reanimated in the Daima style? Like this is so clean.
yeah, I would like to see that too. Like I would like to see reanimation, but we need
HD
but go
balls
on.
apparently. Because if you watch the original Dragon Ball, they didn't hold back on sexualizing uh um Goku and Bulma.
That was always funny though because Goku was always just like I wouldn't even say dumb kid. He wasn't
Yeah,
raised
he
around
basically
anybody.
took off her panties
Yeah,
and
he
was
loved.
like patting her private part, going, "Are you a guy?"
Yeah, he's always been a pet. But you know what's crazy? Dragon Ball Z came before Dragon Ball,
Yes.
so they had to write Goku even stupider than he already was.
Bulma,
He
you don't know
landed on his in his defense. He landed on his head.
no, the joke in that Dragon Ball says, Bulma, your balls are gone, the balls are gone.
But you know what I don't get. Like Toriyama says he made Dragon Ball Z first, but
My
he
my
got
favorite
mad when
my
the editors got mad at him when he aged Goku up. But it's like if Dragon Ball Z was created first, you already knew Goku was gonna age up. So why get mad about that?
my favorite part is actually when they're going to a fortune teller, and she goes, "You have two balls. I can see very clearly." And he goes, "You're right, and they're very important too. Also, right. Can you show me them?" And then he pulls out his pants.
Yeah, Toriyama did a lot of crazy stuff back in his younger days when it came to like Dragon Ball.
Yeah, it was crazy. For a time like that, even I would even say even GT was also crazy. The opening to that,
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
yeah, because you got to see Kid Goku naked in the opening,
Oh
like
yeah.
yeah, which is like I'm just not thinking what if Pan gets to see that. Oh my god,
Who's
Ronan,
Ronan?
Ronan, you coming on?
He said he was on his way 30 minutes ago.
Ronan.
Or as I call him, Roro. Come on, Roro.
I
Come
call him
on,
Unchained.
Oh really? I chain him up. So yeah, it's always that.
TMI.
he says on my way, on my way.
All right, Hercules.
I'm Hercules.
You wish.
I'm trying to find this Daredevil recap video. Like I wanted to rewatch the entire season, like the entire original series, but
Condensed. Yeah.
yeah, like if I could find a condensed, cool. Because there's so much stuff I forgot. Like, I honestly I still need to watch The Punisher. I never finished The Punisher. Once I found out that they were doing away with the Netflix shows, I like just said, "What's the point?" Because I didn't. I don't know why, but I did not expect them to make a comeback. Like the characters, I did not expect them to make a comeback until No Way Home happened, and they surprised the hell out of me. So yeah. Also, funny story about that. Like Charlie Cox has been doing like a whole bunch of interviews, and he said that when he and Andrew were in Atlanta for filming, he's like he had called up Andrew because him and Andrew Robert Pattinson they're all college buddies or whatever. So he calls him up. He says yeah, so I heard you're in Atlanta, filming a certain movie that that I'm into. So Andrew was like, huh? No. I'm in Atlanta because I'm getting ready to film Spider-Man No Way Home. So he says, yeah, I'm in it too. He's like, oh, you are? Well, I haven't read no script, so okay. So they decide to meet up. They go to a restaurant. Now, yes, it is during COVID, so they're not thinking. They're just trying to have a little fun. But when they realize that people are gonna see them together and put two and two together because they know who they are, they decide to find a booth that's like literally facing the wall and just like not talk to each other for the whole night. I said, yeah, y'all would have spoiled it. I'm surprised somebody didn't see him. Cause like, yeah, we got spoiled on Andrew being in there because whoever was on set taking those excellent HD pictures of him on like the Statue of Liberty scaffolding. I mean that was excellent. That was excellent. But I'm surprised they did not spoil Matt Murdock like at all.
So I have
No,
to head out.
you gotta head out.
Yeah, gotta
Alright,
head
cool.
out early today.
Bye.
Alright,
I'll miss
thank
you. Anything new on Marvel Rivals, Taladia?
Blade. That's what I can say. Blade. Who the fuck was that guy?
Dalton. When is that dropping? I want to get back into Marvel Rivals, but I
Yeah.
legitimately suck.
Well, there's just a
As soon as he said, "Who the fuck was that guy?" I was like, "I heard you."
Oh,
okay.
oh yeah. Let's not forget. Yeah, John Campea. I don't know how John Campea still had a career after that, honestly, because what he did around No Way Home was crazy.
Yeah.
Like he
I
went on a
I
whole spoiler campaign.
I know somebody that actually leaked the plots of No Way Home. He's no longer alive, but he leaked it and he became Spidergate. But anyway, what I was gonna say is the whole Marvel Rivals thing. They've just revealed the new mode where you get to play the same character. They just added that in just recently.
Like you don't have to switch. You don't have to switch characters.
No, you play the same character. It's a mode for that now,
Oh,
which is pretty cool.
cool. I,
They-
I want to get back into it, but I suck at games like those. I legitimately suck at games like those. I don't know why.
yeah,
I just do.
I mean, find your character that you're well suited to. For example, if you're a shooter guy,
I'm
Punisher
not.
is your
I'm not.
guy.
I'm not a shooter guy at all.
If you're a tank guy, then that's for you.
Well, like, what's a tank? Like what? I never understood that.
I, I don't know. Give me 2 minutes. I'll be right back.
Okay. What John Campea did was when he basically like made an entire video posting like the spoilery photos from like the final battle of No Way Home. Like he posted them, like proudly posted them on his channel, and like put his watermark over them or whatever. Talking about some, yeah, these could be fake. These could be fake. I even believe like after a while he started saying they were fake, but then boom, lo and behold, turns out they're real. He was claiming like it was Photoshop and all this other stuff. No, it was legitimate. It was real the entire time, and you just have that up on the internet, spoiling the movie months in advance for like everybody. It was really weird. It was really weird. Yes, I saw the Marvel leaks. I saw the concept art, but we have to remember concept art is subject to change, and that could be purposely misleading. I don't know how somebody can just leak a whole photo at me because it was more. It was from Fantastic Four. It was from Vision Quest. Like that person leaked a lot. God Emperor Doom. Jesus. A new T'Challa variant, well, a Black Panther variant, because that could have been anybody. Honestly, it looked like Chadwick to me, but that could have been anybody. Um, Seeing Franklin Richards in a Spider-Man onesie, Yelena Belova, be like holding down Reed Richards in front of Sue Storm, Doctor Doom, and Doctor Strange with a ponytail. Like those leaks were insane. Like got me hyped. It got a lot of people hyped. But I mean, like I said, they could be fake. Could be very. I don't like yes, the post has been taken down. The post has been taken down. And that was also something very odd to see on an early Saturday morning. That was something very odd to see, but I guess that's like a watch this space type of thing. We gotta wait and see. We gotta wait and see what happens because we honestly we don't know what's gonna happen. Like it's really weird that even got out like that. To be completely honest, like, I was very shocked. Like I said, like to wake up I'm in a barbershop, minding my own business, scrolling, and then I just see a picture of a T'Challa variant in a decent looking suit too. So it was a decent looking suit. Like no more nanotech. Like it was a decent looking suit. But I mean, hey, I guess it's like a wait and see type of thing. I'm really excited for this movie. I wonder if it's still gonna make its release date for next year if they don't film until next month. Like that's something I always think about. Do you guys think that Avengers Doomsday will be postponed? Or do you think that they'll make that release date? I want them to make that release date, but I don't realistically see them filming a movie in a year and it just being okay. Like what do you guys think? Let me know. We have some more casting news. What's up, Ronan?
What's up, man? What's up, y'all? What's up, Taladia?
Taladia's handling something, but yeah.
Okay.
We have more casting news. David Arquette is returning in Scream 7 as Dewey. Didn't he die in the last one? I swear he died.
I didn't grow up with those movies.
I watched Scream 6 like the weekend it came out, and I swear he died. Like I don't know what's going on, but I swear he died.
Okay. The character.
Yes, like the character died. Like I really think they died.
Okay.
The actor didn't die. The character died, so they're not gonna need AI to bring him back. And that's really disrespectful to do so. But yeah, see, yeah, Jeffrey said like the character did die. He was killed by one of the ghost faces. So like, I'm exhausted. I don't want to think about how this is possible.
Impossible is nothing, man.
That's true. That is true. That is true. But I mean, hey, more power to that guy. I guess like he's returning to the franchise after I wouldn't say after so long. It's only been like the movie just came out not too long ago. Cameron says he thinks Avengers Doomsday would get delayed. I just don't see them realistically putting it like same with Spider-Man. How are they gonna put these movies out next year?
It's wild, bro.
Like if they do, like Matt Reeves, I'm looking at you, bro. You can't even give us the Batman yet. I ain't judging, but I'm judging. Possibly flashbacks, but I agree with Naruto. They're gaslighting us. They're gonna pretend like those deaths didn't happen. But Ronan, what have you been up to today?
I've been trying to catch up with my sleep, fix stuff around the house, be a good neighbor. It's wild, dude. Like we're hours away from Daredevil, and I got a bunch of stuff like just suddenly be like, "Oh, we need help with this. We need help with this." And I'm like, "Oh, fuck." But yeah, man, just I am apoplectic about Daredevil, man, and for people to watch what's gonna happen with this premiere.
I'm so ready. I'm so ready. I've been anticipating this all day.
Mm-hmm. There we go. But yeah, man. What else? Uh, yeah, Daredevil stuff. I got cooking down the pipeline. Invincible stuff. I got cooking down the pipeline. I'm just finalizing some stuff for Japan, and yeah, man. These next 2 months, 3 months to be quite frank, are gonna be chaotic as fuck on a crew. I even hate saying it like this. A content creator perspective and a personal life perspective.
When are you going back to? When are you going to Japan?
I am going. I'm not gonna say what day I fly in and fly out, but I'll be there. Be fair. Before the event starts, so the celebration starts on the 18th of April. So I'll be
Okay.
there before that, and then it ends on the 20th, I believe, and I'm not mistaken. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong on chat. And I'll stay a few days afterwards, just to be like, okay, we got to Star Wars, and then let me see if I can make the most out of Japan, because who knows when I'll be back, and who knows how I'll take Japan. So yeah, I'll be there about a week.
Oh, sweet. I want to talk about this since I have you.
Okay.
And I want to talk about the fact that some people are idiots as usual. When they first announced the new animated shows, did you for once think that they were in the actual like DCU, like the linear DCU?
All of them? No. Maybe one or two, sure, just because I think that would have been a great testament to DC Studio. Be like, listen, even our own main um canon timeline, we stand by animation, and it'll be one of our starting projects and whatnot. But all of them, no. I figured more or less. I love my neighbors.
What are they
Um,
doing?
it's the people who sell corn and the ice creams and whatnot, Mexican ice cream and whatnot. Oh man, it looks so good. Anyways, um, yeah, I for sure thought it was gonna be family oriented. It'd be for kids, and it'd probably be DC Elseworlds. What to me is like, well, say it, man. Say C Studios presents DC Elseworld. Say DC Elseworlds and make it a thing. Like, we stand by Elseworlds and whatnot. Don't be afraid to say it like that. I think, I don't know.
Well, for me, like, because I see a lot of people talking about some, oh my God, James Gunn is making this so convoluted, so confusing. How? It's a cartoon. What people need to realize is DC Studios is not the DCU. DC Studios is the overarching umbrella.
Yeah.
DCU is one corner. Elseworlds is another corner. Stuff like the Batman, Penguin fall under Elseworlds. Stuff like this, Harley Quinn falls under Elseworlds. I don't know why this is confusing people and why people are asking, oh, so there really is no DCU. This is an Elseworlds project. It's okay.
Yeah, I think even
DCU
the
has TV shows, Lanterns. There's a DCU, like them being confused about what he said about what the showrunner said about Lanterns. It's relatively standalone for the first season. That's okay. That doesn't mean that they don't exist in that universe.
Yeah. To me, I mean, even the title, My Adventures, my I think it's My Adventures with Green Lantern. Is that the new one called?
Yeah, and that should have alerted people that, hey, okay, this takes place with My Adventures with Superman.
Superman,
But
yeah.
people aren't that smart, I guess.
And the fact that it has Jessica Cruz, which like, my heart just like started pounding like quickly one night, because I'm like, oh my gosh, one of my favorite Latinas in comics is gonna make the jump. And the fact that, like, for the uninitiated, a lot of people became the main Green Lantern before her. And there's, we're getting two of them in the main DCU. So like, the fact that she's starring in this, like, should tell you, like, okay, in this universe, we're starting with her like this, or she'll be the main lead, and it's not the main one. It would be too convoluted if it was part of the DCU while John and Hal are doing the thing. And like, people tend to forget, and people say he should stay less off the internet. People say they love it how he's so involved in the internet, but you can go ask James Gunn, and if you're lucky, he'll respond to you. Be like, hey, no, like, he did for Starfire. Like, no, this is DC Elseworlds.
Yep, I agree. Hey, keep talking about this for quite a second. I gotta go pull something out the oven.
Okay.
All right.
Hello, Party Nation. This is my house, cabrones. This is my kingdom. But yeah, Starfire, I'm pumped for it. Hate to lie to you. I'm pumped for it. I like Coriander. I think it'd be cool if we got again, just my perspective, a Latina to be voicing her. And if in the future they want to do a DC Elseworlds Starfire in live action, they could use that same actress. Just because, if I'm not mistaken, it was a Latina, either model, bodybuilder that was inspiration for Starfire. I think that'd be poetic. And if I'm not mistaken, that's Amanda Connor drawing, I believe. I could be wrong. But yeah, I'm very very intrigued to check it out and whatnot and see what it tastes. Because I don't know about you, Talali, and you can tell me about your stuff.
Yeah.
Well, Lance asked me, but like to me, Miss Marvel, when it was first out, I was like, well, I like Miss Marvel, Kamala Khan. I don't know too much about it, but I like the concept design and like the little bit I knew of her. I went to that show knowing, I'm like, I know it's probably a kids show, and that's okay. There's plenty of space for me and plenty of space for kids and whatnot. I saw that whole show. I fell in love with the cons. Like to me, I hope to meet a lot of those actors and actresses and be like, just so y'all know, I'm Latino. You're not. You're all honorary Latinos now. You all remind me of my uncles, of my aunts, my grandmothers. Of Mavilani Kamala Khan is like a little sister for me. That was such an amazing show that I went to it with certain expectations, and then I came out with different ones. So, what do you think, Talali? Are you excited for Starfire? And also, before that,
Mhm.
are you shocked or not surprised of how much people are confused with these announcements and saying what's DCU and what's DC Elseworlds?
Well, I'm kind of figured that this is not going to be a DCU project
Right.
because the styling and the timing of this would be
And here it
uh
goes acting stupid again.
uh anyway, what was I was going to say because I lost the train of thought there. um I was going to say that yeah, the timing for this, they wouldn't do uh a Starfire series before a Titan show, right? That doesn't make
Right.
sense. That doesn't make any sense for them to do that. Instead, why don't they just do an Elseworld thing and say, oh, it can be. I mean, it could latch onto My Adventure with Superman if they wanted to.
Yeah, I think so. Like to me,
Can you
this
hear
is
me?
where
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. I had to ace it out, and now all of a sudden the stupid beta program is back on here.
Beta Max.
That crappy scene stuff.
Screen
Why?
sharing or what?
No, the scenes like where you have to
Oh,
choose the. I don't want that.
yeah.
I don't want this on here. Like, what is? How do I get rid of that?
Are
But
you
yeah,
using? Wait, I gotta ask Lance this. Are you using light mode by any chance?
Light mode?
Yeah.
No, I'm
On
on dark
streaming?
mode.
Yeah, on dark mode. Okay, good.
Yeah, I'm on
Good.
dark mode.
That's the way to go. Dark mode is the way to go on
Of
StreamYard.
course, of course. I'm trying to see
Only
if I can get rid of that.
I only wish guests had dark mode too.
Guests don't have dark mode. Oh, yeah, you're
No,
right. They don't. That's weird.
that's weird, man.
But continue what you were saying about the DCU. I wholeheartedly agree. I get it needs to be several different fractions of factions, not fractions, factions of like Elseworlds and whatnot. It needs to be a balance. Not everything has to be connected, and I like that. I just don't see why people are being so, for lack of a better word, obtuse about James Gunn saying that this will be an Elseworlds project. He's not even making this.
Yeah, I mean, go ahead,
Mhm.
Talali.
No, I figured that this was not going to be a DCU project because if it was a DCU project, then people will be up in arms and they'll be like, "Oh well, what about Wonder Woman? Wonder Woman has another project," and they'll go up. There'll be an uproar about that, and they'll say, "Oh, if Wonder Woman, if Starfire can get a project, but Wonder Woman can't, that says there's no priority." That's what they'll say.
Yeah, and like again, the argument could be like, okay, James, you already announced that a lot of this stuff was in development, but then you're saying there's more stuff in development. What's happening when is this like are you becoming like the MCU or other stuff like that is a thin, interesting conversation that is worthy of have because I'm like part of me I'm like okay, I'm seeing all these names, all these titles, whatnot, and I'm like okay, the Authority, back burner, Waller, back burner, whatnot. But again, if they were saying the whole thing about like we're not moving nothing until there's a script, I'd just say, well then like just keep it hush hush. Don't even mention nothing until you have a good script that you're ready to like greenlit and go. And then you start simmering stuff like
Wait a
the
second.
anime shows.
Y'all can only see Taladia right now.
Really?
Wait, what?
For a second, I can only see Taladia. Here, let me double check on my other device. Hold on.
Yeah, they said all they can see is Taladia. Here, StreamYard being dumb again. Hold on. What the heck? This beta is very annoying. Okay, let me see. Did it do it? Did it do it? Did it fix it? Okay, now it's fixed. Okay. Jeez,
We're good now?
yeah, I hate this new StreamYard. This new StreamYard needs to go.
Let the past die.
Okay, so let me see. Did that pop up on the screen?
Yeah.
No, it's not showing on the stream. I'm looking at the stream. What I just put up did not show up. What
Really?
the heck? Yeah.
That is weird.
Crazy.
What the heck?
This is a wild suggestion, but I don't know if you want to restart another stream or whatnot. I don't know.
Yeah, if you want to start another stream, then we can start another stream.
Okay, now it's doing it. Now it's doing it.
There you go. It's probably a few
This-
minutes, like a second delayed.
No, I literally had to like this new scenes beta. They had it taken down when the stream started. Like it wasn't on here. Now all of a sudden it's back. I want StreamYard to hear my grievances. But apparently John Campea has some good things to say about
But
the
that's what he
Superman
heard.
movie.
Yeah. I will come out and say the exact opposite. I've heard it's tremendously good. I won't say who I heard that from. That's what he heard. Yeah. I will come out and say
What's up, Jake?
the exact opposite. I've heard it's
Jim.
tremendously good.
He heard it's tremendously good.
I won't say who I heard that from. That's what he heard. Yeah.
Yeah,
I will come out.
I think what he's responding to is a report from somebody that a lot of people in our friends group are not fans of. Saying
Jeff-
that like
Jeff Snyder?
Yeah.
I was about to say, I saw that above post. I was like, "Where's Phil when you need him?"
Which again, and I made it clear. Sometimes, not something. He is a character. I like the hot mic one up, but like sometimes he does get it wrong. But yeah, it's a fascinating thing where like some people who are trying to like cover the exclusive one, not saying like, "Oh, it's bad," and somebody like, "No, I heard the opposite." It's like, okay, I wonder how the making of the Guardians was behind the scenes. I mean, when it came out, it was a hit. It was. I always liken it to the Star Wars of my generation, where very, very, very few people knew about it, and everybody wanted Groot. Everybody wanted the soundtrack. So I don't know. A lot of stuff. I'm intrigued to hear both sides, but then
I can kind of see that comparison. I think the only place that might fall apart a little bit is that like you have Star Wars. That's like a whole it's spun on to be this whole giant IP. Guardians is one section of a giant IP, so that's where there's a little bit of a difference.
I get it.
Yeah. But no, I see what you're trying to do there. I get it.
Am I a giant IP?
Someday.
If I say you are, will it make you feel better? Will you sleep good tonight?
Yes.
Well, whatever helps you sleep better.
Thanks.
Jake's well.
You want me to tuck you in too?
I'm good.
I'm okay. I'm okay. I'll be good with that.
Jake is between worlds right now.
But
He's
Jake,
taking
guys.
how's everything going on your end tonight?
Pretty good, man. I just got back from the gym a little bit ago, and now I'm back here talking with you fine gents.
Nice.
Yeah,
Did you guys hear about the new Tony Hawk Pro Skater?
Yeah,
Actually,
I think so.
like,
Yeah.
just re-releasing.
I don't believe so, no. But then again, I've been detached from that series for a long time.
They just keep remastering it. That's cool.
It's kind of like, that one very popular Elder Scrolls game, that they keep re-releasing instead of putting out new installments for. I don't know if
What
anybody's
Elder
seen
Scrolls.
Skyrim.
I suck at those games too.
They keep re-releasing it instead of putting out new installments.
Am I a new installment?
You've made some new installments.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much. Have I talked about lanterns yet? No, I have not. We're gonna jump into the first look talk. Guys, what did you think about Shrek 5? What did you think about Shrek 5? The first look.
Shrek 5?
Yeah, like what did you think about that?
Are you sure?
I
it's
haven't even
Shrek?
seen it, man. I
haven't-
fell off. I fell off, but I said goodbye to Shrek after 2. I was like, that's all I need.
So
Same thing with Toy Story.
You didn't see the first look and how people were like freaking out about it?
I just heard about it, but I was like, okay.
Are they still outside playing?
Yeah.
Guys, I have a little bit of breaking news for you here.
I'm hot.
Don't believe this, but I might have snuck onto the set of Lanterns and Superman and stolen all the actors' rings.
Woo! So let's see, that's Jon Stewart's, that's Hal Jordan, is that Kyle Ray? That's an in-joke.
These can't fit on my fingers, barely.
Wow.
Bro, hey, Ryan Reynolds is calling me. He's like, what the fuck you doing, Jake?
He's like, get this guy off the internet now. Shut him down.
Get him on the internet.
I can't say that a second Elseworlds project is happening. I can't say that we actually got Mark
Get him on the
Strong
internet and get him nude.
Oh, you got to pay extra for that.
Oh.
Is that canon?
Did you guys hear that I fired Taj? Yeah. No more Taj.
Uh-oh.
Wait a minute. Did you fire him or did he resign?
I fired him. We got into a big fight on the internet. Yeah, got into a big fight. Okay, let me see if I can actually. Jesus, this is not the tab I wanted.
Well, you could have opened it up to a worse tab.
Okay, so stop screen. I'm gonna go to share screen. This new StreamYard sucks.
Yeah,
it's gonna make me cancel my subscription.
It's bad.
This crap was not on here when the stream first started.
And they keep raising up their.
Okay. Yeah. No, this is not what I wanted. Jeez.
What just happened?
The stupid thing.
I literally was between worlds for a second there. What happened?
Jeez. So wait, now I have to open up an entirely new tab. Oh my god.
That doesn't make sense.
So wait, let me. Okay,
if it loads.
Oh god, first image.
Okay, so it loaded. I have to. This is so dumb.
I don't think I saw this version of Lanterns.
StreamYard, you are legitimately messing with something that does not need to be messed with and making it significantly worse. Jesus.
It's not broke, don't fix it.
Exactly. God, it's so annoying. Like I literally I have 4.
Oh God.
Oh, I was about to say, what are we being shown?
Look at all these. So this is just me. This is just me, Taladia, and Ronan. This is all 4 of us.
Yeah.
And this is the one that I have open right now. So if I want to bring up something else on the stream, I would have to open another one. If somebody else joins, I have to open another one.
That's weird.
That is so stupid.
Tell StreamYard that.
I don't think they listen.
They don't. Like, they should have got rid of talking about the beta. This is not a good beta.
Tweet at them.
Tweet.
I'm gonna cuss them out.
Oh, I thought he was actually about to do it because I saw him lean forward.
I'm fixing my camera. I don't know where it was at before. Wait, is that right?
Yeah, no, your shield was in view before you moved it.
Okay, there we go. Wait.
Nice.
Wait. Okay, you can still kind of see it. Dang it.
Photography 101, everybody.
Wait. Oh, dang it. Oh,
So-
dang nabbit. Oh, no, dang it to heck. Okay, there we go.
You
So,
good,
yeah, I'm good. I'm good now. I just got pissed off. I had to take it.
yeah, this is the behind the scenes shit that nobody ever sees.
I
Yeah,
agree.
this
I
is-
agree,
this-
Naruto.
this-
Okay, so
this is-
this is the Shrek 5 cast announcement trailer.
Yeah, make sure you keep the volume low.
Now, mind you, the animation style has changed from what it was. It reminds me of like the movie The Croods or whatever, the animated film. And keep in mind that Illumination, DreamWorks, Universal, they have been doing their films in this style for quite a while. And the original,
Right.
like the last Shrek movie came out over 15 years ago. So
I don't think it's that old, is it?
Yeah.
Hold on.
this is what that's what blew me right there. Cause you clearly still had the same original Shrek design.
Okay, yeah, this May it's gonna be 15. Jesus.
Yeah. So like you had the original Shrek design. So why did you change it? I get everything updates, and like it's not bad to me. It's just jarring to look at like upon a first viewing.
Ew,
Yeah.
bad, but
Woohoo, mommy like. Who's making this stuff?
Whoa! Shrek 5, starring Mike Myers, Eddie Murphy, Cameron Diaz, and
And
Zendaya.
Zendaya.
Only in theaters. Christmas
Notice how
Day.
Antonio Banderas is missing?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
so it's like is Puss not in this? Like
Well, because didn't the last Puss movie didn't it kind of open a way for the Shrek franchise to kind of get going again?
I have actually never watched any of the Puss in Boots movies. Don't judge me. I need to.
Me neither.
That's
They're
that's
fun
why.
films. I really think they're fun films. And they
I
look
need to watch
great.
the last one that was considered for the Oscars. I need to watch that one. I heard a lot of good stuff
Yeah.
from it.
Yeah, that was a really good one too. And I see the first one is not really being, is not really being talked about as much, but I think that's one of the more underrated DreamWorks films, that first movie.
It's weird, dude. With all these, like, I didn't continue too much onwards, which I don't know what that says about me as a fan. But like those first 2 movies for me, especially the first one, are so good. Oh, that's sweet. So good that like I didn't need to watch the rest of one. And it's the same thing with Toy Story. I've only seen 1 through 3. Like I said,
Yeah.
when Andy and them like they went, see you around, partner. Like I said goodbye, and I put a bookend to that. And
Yeah.
Kudos.
Watch the Buzz Lightyear movie.
Lightyear?
Yeah,
No, I haven't seen it yet.
I wanted to see it, but all I like my kids went to see it, but like all I could think about is like I'm just gonna hear Captain America.
Apparently,
Out of all,
I think one
Sorry,
of the
Jake.
writers from Lightyear is one of the people that's attached to that Dynamic Duo project that's coming out.
oh really?
So
You
Yeah,
know
the
they
only
used
thing
to call
outside
me
of Toy
Dynamic
Story
Duo.
was the Buzz Lightyear animated movie from the 90s.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I love it, and the
That-
show. I
that
love
movie and the
I
show.
loved
Yeah,
I love Buzz Lightyear Stalker Man. I love that.
I had the video game.
that show was awesome. Oh yeah, the video game too. I've got that.
I had
It's
a
a
blast with
fun
that
game.
one.
It's a fun
Tim
game.
Allen is goated for that. Like, and speaking of Tim Allen, is anybody watching his new show? Because I
Oh,
am.
the one with Kat Dennings.
Yes,
I'm
it's
not.
it's really good. Like, it is hilarious.
I haven't watched it.
I would
Then
watch
again,
it for her, but like it's weird with Tim. Like Tim was so again. I don't know how people feel about it about art from the artist, but like he was such a staple of my childhood
Yeah,
that like now I'm like I'm trying to get myself one day to like check something out of his, but like
same
I don't
thing with
know.
like Tom Hanks. Same thing with him.
Oh, really? What he's gone off the deep end?
No, he's not. So not necessarily him going off the deep end, but there have been.
he's very politically charged now. But this new show,
Yeah.
like this new show, pokes fun at how he like. It's many of his shows, like even with his last show, Last Man Standing. That show poked a lot of fun at who he is as a person and his political views, which made it work.
Okay.
So
You can tell the humor was like, a version of self-deprecation humor.
yes, and like this show does that in spades. And honestly, I'm okay with that. Like this show does it in spades. I'm okay with that. What's another show that I'm currently watching that I would highly recommend? Reba McEntire's
Suits
new
LA.
show.
Suits LA.
Suits LA. My only thing about Suits LA is, and like honestly, like all I see is like, see, Steven, I'm sorry, but I think you've been typecast as Oliver Queen. Like that's all I see is in here is Oliver Queen. He still has that weird speech cadence that he does.
Yeah.
Like when he was trying to be like the rich billionaire playboy version.
Right.
Matt Letcher being his dad in like heavy prosthetics.
Yeah.
Is
Well,
hilarious.
even in the Code 8, like even in the Code 8 film that Stephen and Robbie did together, even in both of those films, I was still getting a lot of that, that same sort of Oliver Queen energy from him, even though it was a different
my name
type
is Oliver
of film.
Queen, and
Although I heard Heels was good. I've heard Heels is good.
that's because he was doing, but it was the
It's all right.
accent.
That
The
accent's a
accent he
little
did
hard to
pissed
get
me
past.
off. Like
That
it
accent's hard to get past.
yeah.
Cool.
My
But
wife.
what was the
is
show
on-
you were watching, Lance? What was the show you were gonna say?
Reba McEntire's new show. Happy's Place.
Okay.
The premise is basically she inherits her father's bar, keeps it open, but then discovers that her father had a secret life and she has a half Mexican sister played by Jaime Reyes's sister from the Blue Beetle movie. The comedy, like the comedy duo, like them two combined, it's unmatched because Reba was already hilarious. So this is it's literally a single camera, like your normal like television sitcom. She brings back several actors from like her old show Reba. Like this past episode, like the guy that played her husband Brock, he came back. Like even though like this was like his first time appearing on TV since his stroke back in 2018, and he didn't miss a beat. Melissa Peterman. Melissa Peterman is the other like lead, and she was like the other female lead back when Reba was on the air. So like him, the guy that played her son, that played her son-in-law, and that show came back for an episode as well. Like this show just has so much. Like TV been cooking. TV has been cooking, especially like in a drought of like non like superhero shows that we get like sparingly. We're not getting long form like DC Marvel television. Everything else
took over the
making up for that.
medium. They took over the medium for like a decade, and now we're going some time without them constantly there.
Okay, so Phil's here. I want to see if this is somebody look at YouTube and tell me if you can see Phil.
Let's see.
Let's see.
Felipe. I see Phil.
Wait, where's
Yeah.
Phil? I don't see.
Yeah, he's there.
Okay.
Where's Phil? I don't see him.
Phil, I can't hear you. Your mic's not on.
Look at you. Look at you. Look at you.
What about now?
There it is.
You're good now.
Okay.
But so StreamYard is being stupid.
What else is new?
when I
sure-
started
Thank
the
you.
stream, you know that whole beta crap that they tried last week with like the scenes or whatever, it wasn't here. It wasn't here. So my mic started tweaking. I had to exit out the stream. When I came back in, the scenes beta was back. So I legit look at all these tabs I have to have open. Where is it? What am I looking at?
It's a popcorn bucket.
Oh, look at all these tabs. This is just me by myself. This is just me, Taladia, and Ronan.
What the fuck?
This is me, Jake, Taladia, and Ronan, plus a media input, and now this is all of us right here. So to have all of these open is crazy.
Having to go around on your elbows to get to your ass.
What?
Wait, what?
It's like you're having to go around your elbow to get to your ass. I don't get it.
Oh yeah. Wait, I don't get that at all. What type of what? Well, I
Have
guess
you never heard that analogy?
No, but have you heard this one? Sometimes you got to pull your pants down and slide on the ice a little.
Yep.
Yeah, I've heard that one.
Really? I thought they just made that up on the Flash.
I finally get to see Phil now.
Oh, that's a real. Hey, that's a real thing. Okay.
There's a lot of things that they just made up there, but that's a whole streams discussion probably.
First time I heard that saying was in MASH of all shows. It's the first time I ever heard that saying.
What,
for those
pull down
who
your
are
pants, slide on the ice a little?
yeah, for the younglings, that's an old show from the 70s or late 60s, I think.
Yeah,
They used to run reruns on TV Land.
Yeah, I think 69 or 70 is when it came out.
Yeah.
69. 69.
Fucking Lance.
I knew as soon as I said it, someone was going to.
69.
And I'm never gonna dance again.
So
Is it getting
Lance,
weird?
you were talking about we were getting ready to jump onto the lanterns topic.
Oh yeah. So lanterns. I don't have an issue with the first look. Would I have preferred to have seen them in their suits? Yes, but they just started production. I'm just glad to see that Aaron Pierre, who just made his relationship with Tiana Taylor public. Good for him.
What?
Good for him. I'm just glad to see he has that military cut. He looks like Jon Stewart to me.
Yeah, I no issues with the way that they've, with the casting him at all. I think he can definitely pull off Jon Stewart.
Damn.
What do
Yeah, I
you
like
think,
it.
Phil?
I
Oh,
like
you
it. I look, man, Jon Stewart, Aaron Pierre, you had me. Like, I'm not mad at the casting for a specific reason, but like, he's a great actor. He's perfect for the role. Like, I don't see an issue, and I think that first look was fantastic for the both of them. I mean, Kyle Chandler is Hal Jordan. He can kind of like toe that line of like rough around the edges, but like good heart at the end of the day. And then, Aaron Pierre can straddle that line of just absolute fucking bad motherfucker with,
What's wrong with Taladia's
wholesome.
computer?
Dude, I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm not hooked into that computer, but yeah, man, I thought it was a good first look, and the ring he's wearing, it's look, if you want to go different, put it down, Jeff Johns. No one asked you. If you wanna,
that's cute.
If you want to be different from the movie, number one, making it a TV show was a great choice. Did it kind of suck that it had to go through development hell and kind of get yanked away from Greg Berlanti a second time? Yeah.
Twice.
Yeah, that sucks. I mean, if I was in a position like that, yeah, I'd be pretty fucking mad. I'd be pretty fucking disappointed that, the studio that fucked me on Green Lantern once in a movie form and then, gave me the Arrowverse and then promised me Green Lantern a second time. Then the DC head change happens and DC Studios gets formed. And then James Gunn goes, well, we're going to develop Green Lanterns now on Max. Sorry, Greg Berlanti.
Yeah.
Sorry, Mark Guggenheim. Like,
Here we are again.
tough shit, guys. It's like, does that suck? Yes, absolutely. But like what we're getting, I'm gonna be brutally honest. I prefer what we're getting now than what we were gonna get from Greg Berlanti, because I didn't really like the idea of this like anthology period piece bullshit with Guy Gardner and Jessica Cruz and whoever the fuck else. Like as soon as this stuff started coming out about that, I was just like, this all sounds fucking ridiculous. And honestly, it reeked of like, oh, you guys aren't allowed to use the big gun Green Lantern.
Yeah.
So on one hand, I feel bad for Greg Berlanti not being able to do the show or even just mess with Green Lantern after so many failed promises. But on the other hand, I'm like, at least we're getting a Green Lantern something, and it's
right.
My favorite one being Jon Stewart. Shock, shock, surprise, surprise. The white guy likes Jon Stewart. But, you know, it's...
I'm surprised. Come on, man. Like,
I'm just being cheeky, bro. Like,
yeah.
But yeah, that first look, cool. I can't wait to see Homeboy as Sinestro. I can't wait to see what that looks like, because that's either going to be some CGI trickery or it's going to be some prosthetic stuff. And frankly, I'm just on board.
Please, prosthetics.
Yeah,
I'm sure
think they're going to
probably
do the big forehead, or
no,
or do they just go regular?
I think they're gonna make him look similar to Mark Strong, but I don't think it's going to be too far. What I would not be surprised to see, if you don't want to go down the full blown like Yellow Lantern look, you can do what they did in Justice League, and even before like the Yellow Lantern Corps was even a thing, and have him in that blue and black suit.
Yeah.
He's like just a rogue lantern that just found the yellow ring of fear. Like, if you really would just want to be super different about it and without treading too deep into the whole color spectrum yet. But yeah, man, I'm cool with it. Like, I like the leads. I think they're great choices. So I'm here for that. I'm here for the show. I can't wait for it. And apparently it's early 2026. So that to me says it's gonna debut likely before Supergirl. I'm like, all right, cool.
Likely, yeah. And on that whole color spectrum look too, I mean, I was never really the biggest fan of that whole anthology pitch that they were developing, but if you're gonna do anthology in the Green Lantern mythos at all, I think that probably the other, like the other color spectrums, like in the other planets, whether you're talking about the Orange Lantern or the blue or the red, anthologies can work for those because they're not as mainstream, and especially to common audiences, they're not as mainstream. So if you want to do anthologies to introduce those different spectrums, those can work, but even then, that's a little bit of an if.
It sounds like a great concept for DC Elseworld story. Like, okay, we're gonna put those two characters together and whatnot. Like, to me, when you put those two characters together, to me, what I've always wanted to like see or feel, and I haven't read all the books, but when I heard what they did with the Hard Traveling Hero storyline, where they put Green Lantern, Green Arrow together, and like Neil Adams and Denny O'Neil were willing to tackle heavy stuff and like showcase stuff that never was talked about in the comics. Like that, when I heard that concept for the first time, I'm like, ooh, I hope they do that one day. And like, you see, people saying about the ring and whatnot. Like, how it's one of the OGs. Like, it's him and Alan Scott. Like, it's, and you look now, Guy Gardner came down later on, and now Jon Stewart's going up in the mantle. So like, you have to make sure that that ring is similar, and yet it echoes what that specific character is going to do with that ring and whatnot. Like, I hope, fingers crossed, we get Kyle Rayner one day. I know he's going to pimp out that ring because he's a graphic artist, and I mean, forget the ring. The construct that was going to do one day, it's regardless. But like, yeah, I saw that photo, and like, it's like, hey man, that's an official photo. It's a show that's happening. Now, whether it releases, that's a whole nother ballpark, because we know in this day and age, anything can go out the wazoo. But because it's James Gunn and Peter Safran in the realm, it's like, no, we're doing this. And again, to echo Phil's sentiments, I feel bad for Berlanti. Who knows? And maybe one day he'll come back to DC, and maybe there'd be a good like olive branch between him and what James and Peter are doing. But yeah, man, like again, throughout high school, throughout my early years in college, there was always talk, we might get a Lantern show or a movie, and Peter Jackson might do it. And it's just like, I've been so many like times just like titillated, like, ooh, blue ball, and then next finally they're officially doing it. And yeah, man, just make it a blast, make me engage. And it's, come on, and for anybody who's like still concerned in it, I'm like, come on, guys, it's Damon Lindelof, Tom King. I forgot the other person who's involved. But like, we got a comics guy and someone who's made one of the most recent comic related projects, stories that has weight, and I know for sure will last the testament of times. Like, it's like, to me right now, I would put money on it. Like, this is gonna be a good show.
Me too. I'm just in it because I don't know about other people, but for me, the idea of them being the idea of how having to solve this murder but being stuck with a rookie just resonates with me and my love of procedural dramas in the first place.
Yeah.
Like I can't wait to see how Hal handles all of this. Like regardless, like is John getting Hal's ring, or does another ring already find John and the Guardians go and tell Hal, like, hey, we know you got to solve this, but Sinestro's out there. We need you to go find this guy. We need you to go find this kid. Go find him. He was chosen. The ring selected him. He doesn't know what to do. Yada yada yada. We need you to do what you do best.
Right. Yeah. With like all those human Green Lanterns too, this is something I was having this discussion the other day. People were saying, they just looked at that one footage that you saw of Guy Gardner in the Superman trailer, which just that one, beam that he's shooting out. I said, that's probably going to be a little bit of a character trait and like kind of show you what their imagination for these constructs is going to look like. Guy is probably going to be extremely basic for that kind of thing. He's not going to really, think up a lot of constructs in his mind. Whereas you have people like Hal and John, John will presumably use more military-based constructs, and we've seen the different sort of constructs that people like Hal Jordan have. So it's not as if that these are studios getting lazy, but they're saying, "Oh, this is just a simple beam." No, these are character traits. So, I really don't like seeing that argument.
And like seeing that photo, for me, I'm thinking of all the times I've seen Lethal Weapon, or I've seen Tango and Cash, or I've seen all those shows that I'm like, I just want that buddy cop stuff right there, and like, oh, I can't wait.
Yeah,
I just like the fact that, like, in that picture, matter of fact, let me try to find in that picture. John's just all optimistic, and Hal looks like he just got out of a fight or something. Like his hair is just all disheveled.
I'm
like,
too old for this shit.
Yeah, like you could tell he's been at this for a while. Like he's the veteran. He's the most legendary Lantern, and like that just has me excited for so many reasons. One, we know this is a lived-in universe, so Hal being this age does not bother me whatsoever. We know that he's been doing this for a while, but John just coming into this and like learning, like, okay, what does all of this really mean? Like, it's like he's not even shaven. When like these superhero shows, they always make it like a priority to have your hero shave. They did that for Jon Stewart, but for Hal Jordan, no, you keep that stubble because you're tired. You're getting older. You've been at this for a while. You probably haven't been back to Earth in quite a while. Like this, I want people to stop saying, "Oh, grounded means they're not going to do anything." They wouldn't have on the rings. They wouldn't call this show Lanterns.
They'll be doing Hal Jordan till he's 90.
Hey, I'm down for it. Like, come on now, we're getting Hal and Guy being like the older veteran Lanterns works for me. Like that works for me on so many levels. I'm trying to find a
Lance, I just sent it to
version
you.
of this picture. You did?
Yeah, I sent it to you.
Where'd you send it? On Twitter?
Yeah.
Okay. It just works for me. I don't know why this premise is like just so that came up fuzzy. There we go. I don't know why this No, the bottom one is great. I don't know why this premise just resonates with me so much, because I can honestly see them doing something like if they ever announce a Flash, but they want to focus on like the Barry Allen one. I mean, they want to focus on Wally West. Instead of making Jay the older one, they can make Barry the older Flash and say that he was the Flash a long time ago. But then you have the weirdos that complain, "Oh, it shouldn't be all these other heroes before Superman." This is a different universe. You don't have to follow everything to the T. You're creating as you go, and people have an issue with that, when it comes to like how they're doing this show, regardless, like when it comes to like when James is saying he doesn't want to like follow any particular comic book storyline for Lanterns, that gives them more room to play. At least for me, that's how I feel. It gives them more room to play.
Like look at that jacket of Hal. That screams Air Force pilot. That he feels the need for speed, man. Like that feels like damn, man. And again, if it doesn't feel too, this is the wrong way to say it, but I'm gonna say it, too Hollywoody. Like they got the biggest star or what. It was like feels like someone that like has validity and put in the work. And you could see, I could see him walking down this road, and John saying, "What? You never had a crew of your own? You never had a tight squad?" What? And he just looks at John and be like, "Yeah, I had a crew I rolled with once." And it's like you don't have to say JL Flash, and like you just know that like, oh yeah, he's had friends with this type of expertise before.
Or it's like,
Oh, I
or
can't
like
wait.
you could think of it as like maybe John is getting irritated with him because John is used to the whole military aspect of everything, and we know that Hal was a like he was Air Force.
Yeah.
He was
Yes.
Air Force.
Yes.
So like they're both in forms of like like the military or whatever. But John's the Marine. He's a soldier. Hal got these powers a long time ago, and he's living his best life. You get slapped with a rookie. Like,
Yeah.
it's just
And Guy Gardner's the idiot.
Yeah, Guy Gardner's the idiot. Like, so like I want them to I want John to say like, there's more of us. He's like, well, I mean, there's another one on Earth right now, but nobody really likes him.
Right.
Well, there's still ample room.
Hey,
There's ample room for Watch at the end of this show they do Kyle Rayner, and then it's like yeah,
bro,
like,
I want Kyle Ren, and don't announce a casting.
I'm gonna say this.
keep that fucking quiet. Like
I'll say this right now.
Be a surprise.
And I haven't signed anything, but James Gunn, Jamie, if you need a Kyle Rayner, send me to a desert with Cube Blonde. We'll see a picnic and we'll just look at the sky and see like a meteor, and we'll recreate Kyle Rayner's first appearance. And I'll happily throw my name in the ring to play Kyle Rayner. Fucking give me a trainer. I will live, die, and breathe Green Lantern stuff for the next 10 years if that got me the chance. I will happily do that.
You want to be the one Green Lantern who has his girlfriend fridged, literally?
Yeah,
I'm not saying we're gonna do the fridging. I'm not saying we're gonna do that. But do I want to be the Green Lantern that has arguably the best constructs and have like crazy imagination? Yeah, I want to make a Gundam construct and like ride a motorcycle through LA and do that instead of just the regular baseball military stuff. I'm like, hell yeah, I want to do that.
So I have a question. Do you
Might have an
think
answer.
that they will ever touch Simon Baz?
I would want them to.
I would hope so.
Yeah, I want them to. I don't know if they will anytime soon, but maybe. I said it's possible. This is an Elseworlds thing, but I said it's possible we might get Simon Baz in that My Adventures with Green Lantern series.
Yeah,
I was just gonna bring that up. I feel like My Adventures with Green Lantern is like you're gonna test the waters to see how people respond to Jessica Cruz, to see how her possible inclusion could go.
Yeah.
I think it's a definite possibility. I mean, we know that Damian Wayne is Robin, and we know that there is a Dick Grayson out there. We know that James Gunn is a fan of like the whole legacy stuff, right?
Yeah.
So I feel like, and Dean Lorry confirmed that Wally West was somewhere in that apocalypse vision that Cersei had. So I would have a wager to guess maybe he's probably the current Flash, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. When it comes to like the Green Lantern Corps, there is just more to it than just Hal Jordan and John Stewart. But I think fundamentally and structurally, it all kind of starts with them, and then as like a fun hearkening to the Silver Age and the Golden Age, you could bring in like a version of Alan Scott too.
Yeah,
good. And I don't think
Because,
legacy works the same way for Green Lantern as it does with somebody like the Flash, because it's not just one, and then the next, and the next. It's all at once.
Yes and no. It's a yes and no thing, because with the Flash, it's a little more easier to pull off because obviously, Jay Garrick and Barry, like they have a commonality relationship there. But with Alan Scott, you know, his powers derive from a very different power source, you know. But I think just from a storytelling ample opportunity there, I mean, the making of Alan Scott gay in New 52, there's easily like a storyline there where you could have him be almost akin to like a Bill Finger in a way, where he's a closeted gay man who has children and he comes out to his children. Like there are things you can do with that character that are relevant, and I mean that in a way that is relevant to where the world is today, because I don't think you could have done Alan Scott like that, you know, 20 years ago, because, well, frankly, the character wasn't gay.
No.
So I don't know. That's the one thing I definitely loved about James Robinson's Earth 2. I think that was like one of the smartest things he did in regards to that character. And then as far, again, like just from a legacy standpoint, I'm gonna sneeze. God damn it!
Bless you.
Thank you,
Aaron.
Fuck.
Bless you.
All day, man. I've been doing it all damn day. No, like I think
there's
opportunity to have Alan Scott pop up.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
Yeah, definitely.
Jade, which then that leads to Jade. That leads to, you know,
It's a J.
bless you.
Thanks.
And again, we're just talking Earthbound lanterns. I want to see Tomare. I want to see the squirrel lantern. I want to see
Kilowog.
Kilowog. I want to see like there's so much that like
Phil.
endless possibilities. Yeah, man. Like
Yeah.
I love these. I love this line. I love this line. Like legitimately, like the best. I wish I would have kept, like, I need to go back. I need to go back and get the rest. My comic book shop did not have the other issues, but the best reads ever. Like, legitimately, I've read these numerous times. This story is amazing.
there it is.
Like this story is amazing, bro. Like, it's crazy. Like, it's so good.
And again, we just talked about Simon Baz. I have him somewhere, but I have my Sam Humphrey run from Rebirth.
Yes.
And like those first two volumes, man, what they tackle with Simon and Jessica, especially where they come from and why they're trying to do what they do, whew,
Yeah.
speaks to the time. What Denny and Neil were doing with Hal and Oliver Queen back in the day is what they were trying to do, in my opinion, with Simon and Jessica. Man, there is so much richness to that. And again, I always said it that like the Green Lanterns, that's a whole studio that you can do of just the stuff of just the lantern, not even just Green Lantern, the whole lantern. There is so much stuff, and that's why, to me, I tell folks like just be patient. Even the whole thing of the suits. Do you really want to see 2011 Ryan Reynolds suits right now, or do you want to just patiently wait till they finally develop them and like suit them up and make that a moment? Make it a moment that like, oh, we got them now in the suits. And yeah, man, I am pumped. I am pumped to start yelling that monologue of, you know, and brightest day and blackest night. Like, oh
Yeah. And people are so ready to write it off like, oh my god, their suits are just gonna look like Guy Gardner's. No, they're
They're not.
They're not. No, every human Green Lantern has their own unique design. Hell, a lot of alien Green Lanterns have their own unique designs too. So
There is a whole
it's
planet
something
that is a
like
Green
just the
Lantern.
same.
yes,
Yes.
yeah.
There are.
talking about they always talking about some either way it goes. That's still a Green Lantern suit. Yes, but he legitimately most likely willed Maxwell Lord design on the chest. So it's probably
I was
not
gonna
his
say that-
original suit.
Exactly. That's not even his original suit. That's just
Right.
a flave thing that he'll do for money. He probably did it for money, for Christ's sake.
Right.
It's just like,
Right. And
oh man.
that's the case for all. I think that's the case for all those heroes in Superman, aside from the title character himself. They are likely going to have their own, you know, more central to the character comics looks by the end of that film. I mean, you already see Terrific's kind of looks like his own with still some Lord designs in there. Hawkgirl's got the opposite of the Lord design in there too. We haven't seen, you know, much of Metamorpho beyond the head, but they're going to look like the way you think that they're going to look either by the end of that film or the next time you see them. My guess is probably by the end of that film, because they're going to ditch the whole thing where they say, you know, hey, we're not government owned. You know, we protect the entire, you know, people in the world. We don't just protect people who live in this place who are, you know, oversaw by these people. We don't work that way.
I just thought about it. I just thought about it. I just thought about the perfect Guy Gardner thing that could possibly like make Soups like just hate the guy. The fact that guys gonna be talking to him and be like, "Yeah, you know, if you join us, you get these nice little fancy suits, and you could probably take off those ugly pajamas." That would make a lot. That would make like that's something Guy would say. I can hear that in Nathan Fillion's voice, like clear as day. Like I just feel like Guy is going to piss off Soups so bad throughout this entire movie.
Probably.
It's like the simple fact that he hit what he had on the ring, and he was like just trying to block the people from like looking inside, but he did it in such like a asshole way, like it's just like the face he made when he was blocking them out. Like he's like, yeah, I don't have to worry about you people. Like you people don't mean anything to me. Like
It's like you guys are below me.
basically.
I doubt this will happen, but I wouldn't be surprised if a guy annoys the hell out of Superman. That Superman does punch him, but not in a way that like gets him flying, just like something to make his nose bleed or not. And he'll be like, "The fuck," and he goes, "Okay, I deserve that one. I deserve that one."
Mr.
Nice
Terrific
cameo
is a
for your
treat.
kid, Lance.
That wasn't my kid.
Oh, wasn't your kid? Oh, I thought. Oh, my bad. I saw,
That was his wife.
I saw a small hand. I was like, "Who is that?"
But Mr. Terrific is going to hate Guy.
Oh yeah.
I already know. I smartest man in the world is never going to tolerate a childish man baby with too much power. No, I don't see him tolerating that for long at all. Like I think he's gonna put it in to guys crap. Like can you take something serious for once?
Yeah, and I wouldn't be surprised if we get a version of that moment from this. This is not the greatest film, I'll admit, but the Injustice animated film that came out. Movie's got a myriad of problems, but one of its strongest points was when Mr. Terrific is talking to Superman about like the kind of that version of a great responsibility speech. So we're like, just because we have the power to do this doesn't mean we should, and if we do it to one, then we're going to want to do it to all of them, and we can't do this to all of them. So we have this great power, but we have to be the ones. Like we can't break the trust of the people we're supposed to be protecting, and that's going to be a thing that I imagine is probably going to be told to Superman himself at some point in some way or another. But also with how impulsive Guy Gardner is, he'll probably get a similar version of that talk too.
Yeah, and I want to talk about this because it's almost time for Daredevil, so we're gonna get ready to wrap it up. It's almost time for Daredevil, but this Cameron, you really have to ignore them because just because it means just because they use the term grounded, does not mean it won't have cosmic elements. Green Lanterns operate on Earth. They're Earth-based. They have sectors. Earth is one of the places that they protect. Earth is one of the places that John Stewart, Guy Gardner, Simon Baz, Jessica Cruz, they're all Earth-based lanterns. That will never change. Just because it says grounded does not mean it's not going to be any superhero type stuff. Green Lanterns just don't fly through space all the time. You see that in Justice League. You see that in Justice League Unlimited. You see that in the Green Lantern show. They're not just flying in space 24/7.
I feel like people who say that have like the most fundamental misunderstanding of how Green Lantern works. They don't read any of the source material pertaining to the character. When they think Green Lantern, they just think, oh, guy in green suit with ring punching alien in space to a black backdrop with stars. They have the most basic fundamental understanding of how this character works. They don't really understand the context in which it means to have a Green Lantern go anywhere else outside of Earth. But to Lance's point, yes, you have 6 or 7 Earth-based lanterns, and they've all gone to Oa. They've all gone to different parts of the fucking galaxy. There's a reason why some of them are stationed on Earth at certain points, because other ones who are from Earth are out in the galaxy doing other shit. So when I see people bitch and moan about it being like grounded and not in space, I'm just like, okay, well, you're fucking stupid. Number one. Number two, you don't actually understand or care for the source material. Number three, you're finding a reason to bitch. Or number four, you just hate James Gunn. You're gonna fucking hate it no matter what.
Yeah,
and that's coming from a James Gunn critic.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it's like, folks, don't forget that these people, these two are human, so they want as fantastic as they can be. They also want to keep their feet, no pun intended, in the ground. They want to be able to still just take a walk, just go and like if they're flying around, they can miss small details, which is if you're just walking down the street, you can catch almost anything if you really have a keen eye or senses. So like, I tell folks, when here's the thing, even with the suits, when they put the suits on, when they go to space, that should be a moment. It shouldn't be every time, but especially for the now time being, it should be a moment when they're seen in space. It's like, okay, this is it. But and again, it's for better for worse. You all have to take it that they have a plan. Like this is a mystery they gotta investigate on Earth. After that, who knows where the boundaries can go?
Especially since Sinestro is somehow involved. And then
Yeah.
again, by grounded, let's remember, Arrow was grounded. What was Arrow by the end of the show? The freaking Spectre.
Yeah.
Superman and Lois technically is a grounded take on Superman. It's a grounded take on Superman with 2 teenage sons. What happens by the end of the series? All 3 of them are flying around fighting a freaking bizarro doomsday. But yes, the show is still grounded. Grounded just means they take real world problems. They have real world elements. Grounded doesn't necessarily. Batman, he's still Dark Knight still got his back broken by Bane.
Yeah.
No regular man is gonna do that. It's still grounded. A guy jumping around in a bat suit, just jumping from high, like flying on a grappling hook. That's a grounded take. That's still fantastical.
I would
A
argue.
guy slicing open his cheeks and putting paint on his face and not worrying about getting an infection. That's still fantastical. It's a grounded take on the joke.
I would argue that Zack Snyder's take on the DC universe was fairly grounded.
Yeah.
To an extent, yeah. Grounded doesn't mean takes place on the ground all the time. It has a basis in some form of conceivable reality. It doesn't mean it's going to take place on the ground all the time.
Right. I mean, like, what was the emphasis of Man of Steel? It was how Clark Kent became Superman and how Clark Kent forged the identity of Clark Kent and started working at the Daily Planet. Batman versus Superman is how do we deal with the consequences of a Superman? You introduce Batman and Wonder Woman in the fold. Then things start getting real fucking wild because obviously Wonder Woman tells Bruce at the end of the movie, like, I walked away from mankind a fucking 100 years ago. Yes, Chainsaw, Department of Fandoms. Yes. And Batman is about as grounded as you can get. We're talking about a guy who looked up, witnessed Superman and Zod beating the fucking dog shit out of each other, and he lost a whole building full of people. Yeah. It's evocative of 9/11 for a reason. Like, Bruce Wayne watched a whole fucking building of his employees die. That is a very real world thing. And I think even looking at James Gunn's Superman story, what does he do? What is the first image you see of his Superman? It's not him standing up, giving that doofy pose. It's not him saving the cat out of the fucking tree. No, it's Superman crashing into the ground, broken, beaten, and scarred.
Begging for his dog to help him.
Yes.
Yeah. Like, that's the best thing you can do with these characters, especially these fantastical characters, is make them human. That's why I think Superman and Lois worked on as many levels as it did, just to give a point of reference, is because there were stories that, even though Superman had all these fantastical abilities, they were stories that people could connect with, and there were stories that they could follow. And at the end of the day, like with all of these powers that these characters have, at the end of the day, they're people with aspirations, goals, traits of their own, with all these powers on top of it. So,
Wonder Woman. Look at that first Wonder Woman movie.
Wonder Woman.
What does she do?
First? Yep.
What does she do? She leaves the island of Themyscira and she's like, I'm going to stop World War I.
Right.
Ambitious. Yeah. But that's the whole deal. It's like fish out of water, fucking naive. Like, I'm going to end this war because I have the power to do so. And that's the fucking point of the movie. Like, her learning, just because I have these powers doesn't mean I might be able to make a big difference. She did by the end of it, but what the fuck did it cost her? Steve Trevor. A lot.
And look at the first few seasons of The Flash. Or he's like, there's so much scientific, that's not the word. There's a lot of fantastical stuff that happens, especially by the end of that season going into later ones. But it starts off as just a guy who's been given these abilities, who's trying to make sure that no 11-year-old kid suffered the same thing that he did. He wants to make a difference, difference with his powers, even if it's just a little one, because all the people in that city matter to him.
and it relatively stayed grounded until Eric Wallace took over.
Yeah.
The show stayed grounded up until they decided to push Crisis up. He had to worry about losing both parents. Had to worry about losing his adopted father-in-law. Had to worry about not being enough. Like all of these, like people misuse the term grounded so much, and
You
it
know what a really
pisses
great
me
grounded
off.
show? Really great grounded show. Black Lightning.
Black Lightning. It's a show about family.
Definitely.
Not only is it a show about family, it's a show about a black man in today's society navigating the trials and tribulations of a world. And at that, when did that show debut? That was like
2018.
Right in the fucking dead center of a Trump presidency.
Ooh, oh yeah.
The themes that show played with were so fucking powerful.
The first episode, he's literally the police pull him out his car.
Yeah.
Traffic stop.
Yeah.
The very first few minutes. Traffic stop.
Yeah. I remember hearing the story about an episode or moment where like a cop pulls a gun on somebody and Black Lightning like disassembles the gun and just say, "Hey man, next time just use a taser or just use something like that." Like hearing that, I was just like, "Wow."
Yeah, dude.
Wow.
And I love Cress Williams. I love Cress Williams.
Oh yeah, he smashes it.
He's fantastic. Yeah.
It's just like, and then in later seasons when they're doing like the occupation, like season 3, the whole thing of season 3, basically they did their own take on concentration camps for metas.
Yeah.
I said, ain't no show doing this, and that went over so many people's heads, so many people's heads, and then that's when you got. Yeah, and then that's when you got into the fantastical aspect of, he's getting drawn into Crisis. They want to pull the show in, but that's what the showrunner wanted to avoid the most at the time. That's why the show was developed for Fox, but Fox was not ready for a show like this. That's why they did not want the show. They were not ready for something like this.
Right.
The CW, the old CW was.
Yeah.
I will always champion for Black Lightning. I love Black Lightning. I can rewatch that show a million times and never get tired of it, except for the final season when Cress when Cress got fed up. But during COVID, it seemed like all the actors were tired. Like they had that break, then having to come back. Like they were just ready to be done. Like they were ready to be done.
Yeah, because a lot of the ones that were in that, previously established Arrowverse, they didn't last for long after COVID came around. I'm surprised The Flash lasted for as long as it did after that. But I mean,
he didn't want it to last that long. Though.
No,
that's the crazy part.
He didn't. Like he wanted it to end around season 7, and they somehow still got 2 more seasons out of it.
Yep.
I mean, Supergirl ended the year, like the next full season that it came back for was the last one. Black Lightning, I believe its ending was in the middle of its 4th season, and then they got the back half of that 4th season to wrap it up. Then they had 2 other spinoffs planned, that spinoff of Arrow and spinoff of Black Lightning, neither one of which happened.
Bro, a kid getting shot during a peaceful protest on Black Lightning?
Yeah.
I've seen that before. Yep.
Yeah.
Like they took so many real world things that happened and put it in this show. And everybody was talking about they focus on. No, they're focusing on the Black experience with a superhero. Like and then it's the fact of people were so unsure how this will work. But now they have he has a current comic run, which is an homage to the show.
Yep.
A middle-aged superhero that got back into the light. He can barely hold it. His old suit could not hold a charge. And a lot of people were thinking like a lot of people went into that show thinking like, oh, we thought he was, yes, he's a meta. But you have to remember, in the comics, originally, it was the suit that gave him power. It was the belt. It was the belt that gave him his power. He didn't start developing his actual meta abilities till much later on. So now they did a combination of both. The suit helps channel the electricity through the system. It's and then attributing that to his age, and so like that show was leagues ahead of anything. And if James Gunn brings Black Lightning into the DCU, they need to follow suit with what the show did. Like the show changed so much, like giving him the ability to figure out how to fly
Yeah.
Instead of going the very, very, very fantastical route of having him literally turn into Black Lightning and fly along in power lines. He probably could have, but he's probably too old to do it.
Right.
His body probably couldn't handle that.
Nah, man.
I would have loved to have seen that. I would have loved to write that in there and be like, yeah, Jeff, I don't think you can handle that no more. You're older. Like, we literally had a show for 4 seasons that focused on a 40-something-year-old superhero.
Yep.
Teaming up with kids, basically. Teaming up with 20 and 30-year-olds.
Yeah.
He was the oldest member of the league when they formed the league. He was the oldest member of the Justice League, unless you count John Johns.
Yeah.
But you can't because he looks young.
Right.
Right.
Like, physically, he was the oldest member of the league. Like, come on now.
And out of all the Earth heroes, he had the longest career.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah. And Lance, by the way, I think you might have just got another video out of this talking about what grounded means.
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah.
Hey, we get good conversations out of this show. We've been on the road for the past couple of weeks.
Oh yeah, I agree.
But man, now I gotta watch Black Lightning again.
You're welcome.
I got to.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Oh, and let's not talk about the depression storyline from season 4, which was the best one. Let's not talk about how Cress was legitimately pissed, and that's why he wanted to leave the show. So he brought his all in that performance, because the way they handled Bill's death, that had to be the most graphic death on the CW at the time.
Probably. And then after the final,
and
then what's funny is after the final season 2, people were saying, "Oh, did he just not really, care about the character anymore?" At the end, you could tell he still cared about the character because when they brought him back in Armageddon after his show ended. I mean, I'll admit season 8 of The Flash had a myriad of problems, but in that 5-part Armageddon story, Black Lightning was one of the better parts of it.
He cared about the show. He just didn't care. Like, the way that they handled this, I remember the day that I picked up my phone at work and I saw the tweet, and he let us know. He's like, yeah, the show's been picked up for season 4, but my character won't be back. They just let me know on set that I filmed my final scene.
It's gotta suck knowing that.
For you not to find out that you're getting killed off until you literally look at the script and be like, wait, what? And that's what pissed Cress off. That's what pissed Cress off the most.
Hell, and to think we almost got something similar with Sam Lane and Superman and Lois, because we thought the budget cuts, we thought he was going to be out of season 4 completely and then either be saved or killed off screen. And he was thankfully able to still get a good into his character.
Yep, they handled that. The writing for Sam Lane was leagues better than what they did to Bill Henderson. Like, honestly, like they thought honestly, that his murder that hit home, but the way that they went about it was they could have let him know that at the beginning of the season. They did not have to wait till the end because you wanted some shock value.
Yeah.
But all his characters seem to get done like that. Even his character on Criminal Minds was killed out of nowhere.
Oh, yeah, he was on that show.
He gets killed out of nowhere on every show. I feel bad for him, actually.
Man, I hope no one's trying to make that a tradition.
I know, right? It kind of seems like that. But where's Ronan at? Oh, there you go. We're about to sign off because it is Daredevil time. It is time.
Yeah,
an hour, it is.
Is it? I thought it was at 7.
No,
9 p.m. Eastern.
9 p.m. Eastern.
When did they change it?
It hasn't been changed.
It's 6 p.m. my time. About an hour to go, bud.
Oh, why did I just get on Netflix?
Why did you get on Netflix?
Oh my god! It's ingrained in my brain.
That's amazing.
Lance went on to Netflix.
I never got on
Lance went on to Netflix. He went on to Daredevil. We expected to see new episodes here, season 4.
Can I just say that it's a little surreal now, knowing that within an hour we're getting a new season of Daredevil television. Just because, like, I was looking through my stuff, I was like, where do I have any memories from those years? And I'll never forget going to a local con, and Charlie was in town. And around that time, it had just been announced, like, the show was canceled. We said goodbye. I remember someone handing me this sticker. and I've stuck with the sticker for so long. And again, I usually don't join these fans and whatnot. Like once in a while, I'll join in. It was there, Snyder Cut, all that stuff. But like, I'll do it as passively. But I remember getting handed this. I was like, you know what? That'd be cool someday, but who knows? And then we're like 55 minutes away, and I'm like,
Here we
it
are.
is wild, man, wild.
It's crazy to think that in a month from now, it'll have been 10 years since Daredevil premiered.
Yeah, that was April of 2015.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Also, so Cameron has a good question. Do you think Painkiller would get picked up if it wasn't for COVID? No.
No.
Sadly, that was during that transition period for the CW, and they weren't picking up any spinoffs. Like it didn't matter if it was COVID or not. That was during their transition period.
It's part of the reason why Green Arrow and the Canaries didn't get picked up either. People want to
I was
blame
gonna
that one
say.
on COVID, but they wanted to blame that one on COVID, or at least Guggenheim did. But the whole reasoning for that made no sense, because if that was the real reason for it, they waited a
filmed it
year
to begin with.
They also waited like a year and a half to say that it wasn't happening.
I mean, to be brutally honest, I would have preferred Green Arrow and the Canaries over Painkiller.
Yeah, Painkiller, they tried to do too much, make it look too. My thing is, why do all that damn CGI? Just film the show like you film it, trying to make that city feel so futuristic. I'm like, no, I get it. Like,
No.
just no.
But Your Honor, no.
That's the word, man. No.
Just no. Like,
no.
That was so jarring. But I loved his team. I loved the whole team. I loved how he would have to. I loved how they basically went from making Painkiller like a homicidal maniac to making like the alternate, like you actually started to actually root for the Painkiller personality. Like they turned him into male Killer Frost.
Well, except they didn't split him into two.
Yeah, except they didn't split him. They made him into male Killer Frost. Like that's basically what it is. Like that's all he did. Like he. Oh, and don't get me started on that final season when they were trying to get us ready. All of a sudden, the Peacemaker personality has this deep, echoey voice for some reason.
You said Peacemaker.
I mean, Painkiller. Like he just has a deep, echoey voice for some reason, and Khalil's voice is normal. I said, well, who? Well, I mean, I get you want it to be different, just in case it's any first time viewers, but like if the Painkiller personality is out, if it's in control of the body, why would that voice come out the body? Where did that voice come from? He's never had that voice. His voice has always been Khalil's. So
can we not talk about the final season anymore?
There was just so many dumb decisions in that season because they had to compensate for the fact that Chris was mentally checked out, and China, they was beefing because she found Jesus or whatever she did and messed up the filming of the show. I don't know. It was so many problems with that final season, and I was so pissed because the show had a great run.
Yeah,
and then it's just like now, like y'all just shit the bed, like.
And they were coming off, because in my opinion, season 3 was their best season, so they were coming off of that, and then they just tanked.
Bro, the suit,
for sure.
The suit for season 3. When I first saw the leaked images of that suit, I said, "Oh, they cooked. They cooked."
I'm still trying to find the Icon Hero statue of that suit. It's somewhere out there. I'm still trying to get my hands on it.
Because I like the original, but it was too bulky.
Fuck,
the original suit was too bulky.
Oh my god.
The one in season 1 and 2, I wasn't a big fan of. I liked the flashback suit that you saw of him.
Bro, the flashback suit was legitimately let us know that the CW can make accurate suits if they wanted to. That's before they started making them like more accurate. After that, like they did it, but I wish they would have let us see him in the suit like all the time. Like he was bald and everything.
Yeah. You good, Phil?
Let me see.
Oh my god!
Look at this monstrosity. Oh man, Tim Blake Nelson.
Pimples.
I love you, buddy, but man, this was not it.
Wait, let me see, because it's being dumb. on.
I did not dislike this movie, but everything to do with this character was the worst part of it.
Hold on, let me see if I can pull it up this way.
Ooh.
Dude,
Okay, did that work?
haunting.
Okay, there we go. Now it's up. StreamYard, whatever the hell you're doing, stop.
The amount of comparisons I've seen to 2011 Green Lantern's Hector Hammond has been priceless.
Hey, hold on real quick. I'm gonna throw the pose.
Is he frozen by any chance?
Nope, he's not frozen,
dude.
What's with the hand?
I don't know.
No.
What's in his hand?
I
like honestly,
oh, I
get it.
It's the fucking
the detonator thing.
It's not a detonator, but it's like it hits an amplifier to fucking fire off the song or whatever he used to control people.
Oh yeah.
I get they wanted to make it more grotesque looking and like that you could actually see the brain to be more of a homage to how his ending was after Abomination knocked him down.
Yeah.
But that just looked like, bro, that looked like you got several tumors. Like,
yeah,
I'm sorry that you got like a like cancer brain. Like,
he makes Taserface from Guardians 2 look fuckable.
Yeah,
he makes Grant Gustin Savitar Pizza Face look appealing.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah.
I remember when that happened, people called it knockoff Two-Face.
Yeah.
They never explained how did that even happen,
right? That's the part I always
like,
wondered about. Like, how the fuck
was
did
it
he get
from
like that?
Was it from running too fast? Because that's why you need the suit. Because if a what was it, a time remnant could run that fast, why couldn't the actual Barry run that fast to mess up his face?
And the last time
honestly,
that a time remnant did run that fast, he just evaporated.
Yeah, so it's like that didn't, unless he got hit. Unless he was the one that got hit in the face, and the original Savitar was actually hot. Because remember when Jay Garrick was describing Savitar, it was a dude that played Colossus's back.
Yeah.
So maybe the original Savitar was the one that we see in the comics with the long nails and just don't wear a shirt no matter what time of year it is.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, they actually brought him back recently in the Rebirth comics. He died quick.
Oh, that version of Savitar?
He died very quick.
Wow.
Like comic book writers do not respect that version at all. Like,
no,
at all.
I mean, they basically took a lot more of the design elements and characteristics of the black and blue future Flash character and essentially used that to make their version of Savitar.
Yeah.
That future Flash was insane, by the way. Like the new 52, like you legitimately made a homicidal version of Barry and then gave us one of the best Wally West costumes ever and just said, oh yeah, that's in the future. Yeah, don't worry about that. Like, yeah, no, that's in the future. We're not gonna worry about that.
No, don't worry about that.
No.
Don't look over.
And then you bring them back and they're like, what was his name? I remember it's in a recent comic, they named that version of Wally.
Oh, isn't it like Walter West or something?
No, I'm talking about a Black Wally. They named him. They named him in that suit in the future.
Oh, I don't know. I wouldn't know.
I forgot what it was called.
I was about to say, no, not Speed Demon. I know it. I just can't think of it.
I almost said something really fucked up. I'm glad my filter's not broken.
Yeah, I feel like I know what you were about to say.
Hold on. I'll put it in private chat. You all can fucking roast me for it.
Yeah. I was thinking that too.
What the fuck?
That would have been hitting two birds with one
stone.
And hey, Lance, that character probably had the stupidest end in that third season.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh,
wait a minute.
God, that was so stupid.
Are you disappointed, Taladia? You can tell me you're disappointed. It's fine.
I'm disappointed. Yes.
It's okay. I just stole Jake's thunder.
Yeah, that's the Jake thing.
Who? Me?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Someone in the comments or in the chat said Burst. Was that the name?
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't know.
Burst.
I haven't
That was the
Burst?
name.
That's his name?
Burst.
I haven't read
That
a
was his-
Flash
that-
comic since New 52.
That was his.
like that.
That was
dirty.
his name in this one. So they were preparing for Dark Crisis, and Wally, Wallace, which is the Black Wally. They call him Wallace. Ace. Ace and Barry were getting like sent through time. This is before. Well, I think this was when Wally took, or slightly before Wally took over full time as Flash. So he got sent to that alternate future where he's wearing that suit, and in the future when he adopts this new color scheme of the silver and red, his moniker is no longer Kid Flash.
No,
it's Burst.
That's kind of a goofy name.
I'm just looking forward to that
Sounds dirty.
comic starting.
The fact that they call him, the fact that Wally was like, you know what, we can't just keep being both called, Wally. What if I just call you Ace? And it's funny because Wallace is annoyed with being partnered with Wally 99% of the time because Wally's like real goofy or whatever. Like he hates being partnered with Wally. Like he hates being called Ace. like because that's a dumb nickname. Like, hey Ace, like what's up, Ace? And he tells him all the time, like during that run, like, stop calling me that. Like, where's Uncle Barry? Like, where's Barry? Like,
stop calling me that.
Stop calling me that. Yeah.
Like he tells him that all the time. He said, that's not my name. No.
But no, is anyone else looking forward to that Absolute Flash coming out?
Yes. A different take on Wally.
I am gonna get the other Absolute stuff in trade form when I can, if I can. But I will say that having a strong writer like Jeff Lemire behind it is aces, no pun intended.
Yeah.
Like you can never go wrong with Jeff Lemire. Jeff Lemire, in my opinion, has never turned in a bad story. So
Jeff Lemire?
Yeah. He's writing Absolute Flash, and like based on the art that I saw and the concepts that he's working with, and his whole deal with Wally being the Flash and how the rogues factor into this shit, it looks fucking dope.
Honestly, that design of Flash in the Absolute series that we've seen, it essentially just looks like kind of an enhanced version of Wally's Rebirth design, because like Wally's Rebirth design, he's got the open hair, but he's also got the red and silver look that pay homage to his Kid Flash tenure, but also it clearly makes him look like he's the Flash, not Kid Flash, and this is doing that same thing.
Honestly, when you look at some of the suits that some of these heroes have worn for like the last 80 years, characters that probably needed some kind of like modern redesign, like for the better, I would say like Flash and Wonder Woman got like some of the best upgrades in the Absolute universe. Like their new suits look dope as shit comparatively speaking to their normal DCU continuity counterparts. Like Wonder Woman looks savage as fuck in Absolute Wonder Woman.
Oh yeah.
She looks dope as shit. And then I look at the Flash and I'm just like, that honestly is infinitely better than any of the red spandex bullshit he's worn for the last 50 fucking years. But
you know what's crazy?
What?
Absolute Flash has the same exact color scheme that the current Wally West in the main timeline is wearing.
I think that's intentional too.
It looks significantly better. Like Wally adding black to the suit in like the main timeline is ugly as hell because it's added in dumb spots. Like it's very dumb spots.
Let me see. Wally West.
I think the last costume for a main character that I dug in a while was the Wonder Woman one for Dead Earth. The way Daniel Warren Johnson drew her with like leather and stuff.
No.
I dug it.
I'm looking at it right now. Oh my god.
Wait, who's?
Wally's current suit in the DC Comics current continuity. It's like red on top and black on the bottom, right? It's Yep, that. Oh, fuck.
Oh god.
Oh my god.
Bad.
It's like
That
they
looks
went, hey.
bad.
It's like, hey, remember how Reverse Flash looked on the Flash show? Yeah, let's do that with Wally. And then yeah. And then
they basically took the new 52 Reverse Flash look where he's got like all the black and red around here, and then threw that on.
God, that's bad. His suit they introduced in Rebirth looks way better.
His Rebirth suit is amazing.
Yeah, the red and crimson and his hair coming out on top. Oh my god, that's infinitely better than whatever the fuck this is.
Yeah, he said he did this after he found out that Barry's like no longer has access to the Speed Force. He did this as an homage to all of his costumes and to all of Barry's. Wally being able, like us being able to see Wally's eyes creeps me the hell out. I don't know why. I don't know where the black factors into it because Barry never had black in his costume.
No.
So yeah, I don't like this. I don't like this at all, like whatsoever. It's very ugly. This has to be one of the worst Flash designs. And then they did a variant cover where everybody has like the Superman emblem and the black turned to blue or the red turned to blue. One of the two. It was ugly as hell. Here,
compare it to the one I just sent you with his rebirth suit and tell me how infinitely better that is.
Oh, definitely. Bro, I loved the rebirth suit. Like when the storyline where he's like basically like Barry tells him like, you don't have to wear that. You're not Kid Flash anymore. And basically tells him to gift that suit to the actual Kid Flash of that time, which is Wally, which is young Wally.
That's so much better.
This suit was always better. I hated when they made him go back to his regular Flash suit. I hated that.
Listen. If James Gunn uses Wally West as the Flash in the DCU, I pray to God it's this suit. Holy fuck.
So this suit, it respects Wally's values as Kid Flash while also clearly showing that he is the Flash.
The Flash.
And he's not second fiddle to Barry Allen or anybody else.
Fuck yeah. Oh my God. I want this to be Barry's suit in the DCU, but the likelihood of it actually happening, we'll see.
You know, if we got, you know, like
of course this is not showing on the stream, but whatever.
Oh,
StreamYard, you suck.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I just pulled it up. It's not showing. What the hell?
That's a soundbite.
StreamYard, you suck. Fuck yeah. Okay,
wait. Okay, it's on stream now. I'm looking at it.
I'm not seeing it. I don't see it.
Okay, it just went away. Okay, it's back now.
Saw it for a second.
It's back. It's back now. I just refreshed it. God, this is annoying.
Yeah, no. If we get this version, I would be so happy with that. And if we get that version of Wally's Flash suit and something like you saw in New Earth or in Earth Beyond, where it's like the shiny red and white eyes suit that's made out of Speed Force energy. If we get that look, kind of akin to what you saw in the Justice League cartoons, I wouldn't be upset with that either, but this definitely needs to make an appearance at least for a movie or two.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Absolutely.
But this suit was infinitely better. His lightning color, like I loved when Wally had a different lightning color. Then it just went back to when he figured out how to contain his powers after that whole little debacle of him being outside of time again.
Yeah.
He slowed down significantly back to yellow. Said, man, Wally coming back, and like all the stuff that he's been through, like, dog, I understand why they're making him like the current Flash.
Yeah. And if I'm being brutally honest, I do like Barry Allen as a character, but I think all of the major stories that you can tell with Barry Allen in live action or even like other animated forms of media, they've been told. Whereas, Wally had the main mantle in the Flash comics for over 20 years. And in my personal opinion, all the best Flash stories and characteristics that we got come from him. And there's so much story potential that has been left untapped.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay, so we're going to do this, but we'll share this one before we... Let me see what it's doing. Wait, did I put... Oh, no, I didn't put it up yet. I'm slow.
You are slow.
Now let me see what it does before we jump out of here. I gotta go make dinner. It's not showing on the stream. Okay, there we go. Finally, this thing takes so. So yeah, so this was the announcement post back in September. This is when I first found out about it. Look at the cow. What the hell is that?
What is that yellow thing going across the face?
That's from the ear bolt.
I know, it just looks bad.
Wally talked about he made that as a tribute to Barry. I guarantee you, if we were actually writing Barry would have been like, "Oh, what the hell is that?" Oh,
wow.
Yeah. So I'm finna scroll through. I'm really slow because I tried to press on the StreamYard screen. Wow.
He's gonna poke someone's eye out when he kisses somebody.
Here, the mask doesn't look that. It doesn't look that bad here.
No, the mask doesn't look that bad. The wings are still a little oddly shaped.
It's the eyes. Like I don't want to see what I like the white eyes on Wally. Maybe that'll make it look better. I doubt it.
We'll probably get the wide eyes if we get
Oh,
that suit
God.
that's made out of Speed Force energy.
What in the
This
fuck?
is Speed Force energy. He made it.
What the fuck?
Oh, he made that out of the Speed Force energy?
Yes.
It doesn't look like it.
It's just like his other suit. He always like this is like the guy, like the Flash behind him is him. Like he's like showing like his evolution in suits, I guess. But to go from this back here to like this up here, like that cowl is terrible. Like, and it what's on the hands?
I cannot believe that suit up front is Speed Force energy made. Oh
Yeah,
my god, that
yeah.
looks really bad.
He's got like the
Wally-
Cassandra Nova hands.
Yeah.
Ugh,
Dude.
yeah.
Oh my god! Like, what are we doing?
Oh, that picture's especially bad. What the hell?
Wow.
Look at the earwings. Like
It's
I
like
like the
it's
monster
like,
design.
it's like
in the
someone went.
background.
It's like someone went. Hey, you guys know that picture of Ezra Miller in the Batcave for the Flash movie? You know how terrible it is. Someone went, yeah, hold my beer.
yeah.
Fuck, dude. Oh man,
Ugh.
that's bad. That is just bad.
God, it's like the only red is like a little bit in the boots and up here. That's
And the
it.
torso,
Like,
yeah. Like,
yeah.
What do you? Like? Did you take a football player's Under Armour and just slather it in red paint and just like what are we doing, man?
They took the new 52 reverse Flash design and just inverted the colors.
Clearly, but dude, he looks like an elf.
Yeah. They did not. They thought they cooked. They did not.
They cooked, but they burnt. They burnt
Yeah.
past fucking
Flambe.
flambéed for sure, my guy. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, like Phil Ronan, just imagine at Comic-Con this year, we're gonna see these on we're gonna see comics with this, and we all have to get together and collectively fry it. Like
Bless whoever. Hey man, you want to cosplay that?
Buddy.
Go for it. Like,
Buddy,
I cosplayed as a like lower tier question. My first cosplay ever, and like I was like, but
Nice.
cool, man.
no, like I really want to know, is somebody gonna cosplay as this Flash? Like, cause it's no way people actually liked this suit. I don't think that suit's gonna last long. Like in the comic, I don't think it's gonna last very long because it's very ugly.
frankly,
We're gonna see people cosplaying as absolute Wally.
I would
West.
love to see
You know.
Absolute Batman and Absolute
Absolute
Superman and
Batman.
Absolute Wonder Woman for sure.
Wonder Woman, yeah.
That new Batman book that's coming out though, that's not absolute though. Holy shit, the bat suit in that looks good.
Oh, the relaunch book with
Yeah.
Matt Fraction.
Yeah.
Yeah,
My-
that book is gonna be fucking amazing.
Matt Fraction?
Yeah,
Matt
it's
Fraction's
Hawkeye?
writing the new Batman. Yeah, Matt Fraction's taking over the Batman book in September.
Yeah.
All right.
Lance, can you pull up a version of that costume?
Which one?
It's Matt Fraction.
Just search Matt Fraction, Jorge Jimenez Batman.
God, that suit.
Oh, I'm
is-
telling you,
The new suit.
yeah, dude.
Yeah. Woo!
This looks fucking incredible. Like I thought Chip Zdarsky did a fantastic job with Batman.
Oh, I
but
love
then-
I love the new suit. I love
Oh.
the new suit.
Oh man, and then I heard Matt Fraction was doing the book, and Jorge Jimenez is staying on as artist. I'm just like, man, this is just fucking amazing.
I love I love that new design. Like I have to read that book ASAP. Like when it
I
drops.
love that. Oh, dude, I love that Jorge Jimenez has basically become the next Andy Kubert when it comes to Batman. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Like Jorge Jimenez can do no fucking wrong when it comes to Batman, especially in the art style. Like this is just so good.
Yeah.
Like that logo is like, hey, I'm gonna take elements of both Robert Pattinson's Batman and Ben Affleck's Batman. I'm gonna throw them into one, and it looks amazing.
Yeah.
Okay,
And
let me see if it
even
came
a
up
little
on
bit
the
of
same
Batman
now.
1,000,000 aspects in there too.
Well, that belt,
There we go.
that belt he has is very Injustice 2. Like it reminds me of some of the belts you could put on Batman in Injustice 2.
Yeah.
a little bit.
I like the symbol. I like the new symbol. I
Yeah.
like the way the ears sit on him. They're short, they're not too long. They look this design is just dope. Like
I like that the cape has it folds for a reason. Like I like that they established that. It's like, let's take some of the best Silver Age elements of Batman and just blend them all together.
I'm trying to figure out who did this certain Batman image. Hold on.
God, I love Jorge Jimenez drawn Batman. Too damn good.
Look up the artist for this, just so I can compare. Artist, look this up.
God, if there was ever one artist I'd love to interview, it'd be Jorge Jimenez.
Okay, the
Robert Pattinson
I
said
still-
he's going to be fucking old Batman by the sequel.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I still
I saw that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I still think the best Batman comic look is the one that Dan Mora and Derek Robinson created together. That's got the blue and it's got the oval. If anyone knows the look I'm talking about.
Man, you're one of those oval bat logo nerds,
Hey.
aren't you?
I like both of them, but hey, when the oval looks good, the oval looks good. What can I tell you? It's the guy who grew up with Keaton, for God's sake.
It's weird, man, because like I look at how Greg Capullo draws Batman, and I'm like, oh. And then I love the 180 design with how Mike Mignola draws him in Gotham at Gaslight. It's just like I'm in a funky design way.
I think Michael Janine did a really great job too. I mean, Tom King wasn't.
I'll agree.
Like I like Tom King's work a lot, but his Batman run, not so much.
Yeah,
but Michael Janine drawing Batman, oh my god!
Yeah.
Like Michael Janine can fucking just get it, dude. Like he draws Batman like whip sharp, almost Alex Rossi and kind of inspired. So good.
And Lance, I just sent you that Dan Mora and Derek.
Yeah, I got it.
Batman image. That is one of my favorite looks we've ever gotten for the character. And if DCU Brave and the Bold adapt something like this, I'll be a happy fucking camper.
Yeah. Like I would not be mad if they did this. No joke. Yeah. Like I'm not really. I could take or leave the oval, but I know there are just some nerds out there who are like, it's the oval or nothing. I'm like, well, you're fucking stupid.
I mean, I like both.
Hold up, because it's being dumb.
I know, man. I was just giving you a hard time.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, I would really love it. I would love it if it was based off of this.
Still being dumb.
What, on the stream?
Yes.
Oh,
I can see it.
Yeah, we can see it here, but we can't see it on.
But on like YouTube, they can't.
Oh,
see
that's
it.
stupid.
Yeah,
that's dumb.
Hold on, you might have to like take it up and down. I don't know why.
Hold on.
Okay, hold on. Yeah, I've got the stream up. Maybe. Come on, show it.
There.
All right, there it is.
So dumb.
Yeah, I love this fucking.
Sorry, chat. StreamYard is trying a new beta program and it's screwing everybody. So
StreamYard, you
Betamax.
Betamax. Yeah, no. If I'm hoping we get this in DCU, and that one look of Batman that we got in Creature Commandos already kind of showed that they're going into a little bit more blue than black design. Couldn't really see the chest that well, but for all you know, the oval could be there, or it could be the spread across bat. I'd be fine either way.
It's a good contrast. Do the black on black for Pattinson. Do the blue.
Yeah, and that's the biggest way, or that's probably the best way that you can set the two apart. Because I mean, people, with our frame of knowledge, or even a basic understanding of how these, separate projects work, aren't going to get the two confused. By the look, by the actors, by the tone of the projects. They shouldn't get these projects confused, but that's, I think, the best way to set them apart.
But people aren't smart.
That's the best way to set them apart visually, is to do something like this.
Right.
All right. But guys, I have to wrap it up. I have to make dinner real quick. Well, finish dinner. I'm making a nice baked chicken with a little gravy, and then I serve it over rice. Yeah.
There you go.
Nothing too crazy,
Ooh.
Yeah, nothing too crazy.
Sounds
Yeah, Jake, I put seasoning on my food, not just salt.
Hey, I put seasoning on mine too. I'm not a basic bitch.
Mayonnaise doesn't count as seasoning.
You hear that, Draven?
Wait. hey, Jake. Quick question before we go. Do you think
me?
mayonnaise is spicy?
No.
Oh, just checking. I heard a rumor one time.
Who told you that rumor?
Okay.
I heard a rumor that people of the Caucasian persuasion thought mayonnaise was a little spicy.
If anyone of the Caucasian persuasion says that, they're a fucking wimp.
I'm glad to hear you.
Is that canon?
Yes.
That's canon. That's canon. What do you think is too? Do you know what lemon pepper is?
Yes.
Do you know what garlic powder is?
Yes.
Oh, okay, cool. Oh, sweet. Oh,
No,
you got.
dude,
I
listen,
knew you guys were black.
Listen, with my cooking, I'm the kind of guy that fucks with ghost peppers. Okay.
I see that see the way my intestines set up. You wouldn't see me for like 5 to 10 business days if I ate a ghost pepper.
Yeah, I used to eat ghost peppers for fun in high school.
Bro, I did the hot ones challenge, bro.
Like, on my ribs whenever I make them.
That doesn't shock me at all.
Bro, I did the hot ones challenge, and I was in the bathroom for a literal week.
Sounds about right.
Tore me up. I had to drink a bottle of Pepto to get back to normal.
I tried the cinnamon challenge once.
Cinnamon challenge.
Oh,
Yeah, I know. I'm an
You
idiot.
poor bastard.
I'm an idiot. I know. It's okay.
How did you feel after?
Feels like it was a dark time.
Yeah.
imagine having to do one of those challenges the night before Hall H Saturday, and we're all like in line, like, "Fuck, man, I got the fucking shits." And just like,
There are the literal best of times, and then there are the literal worst of times.
I could just see the flashback in Phil's eyes.
Yeah.
I could see he just went all the way back to 10th grade.
It was not pretty, but ghost peppers, yeah, I used to eat ghost peppers for fun in high school. Me and my best friend used to just like, hey, you want to have a ghost pepper? Oh, sure, why not? And we'd see which one of us would cave first to go to the milk.
No, one of my buddies, we used to literally create a bet for how long these guys could take. It was these little packets of that Dave's Insanity hot wing sauce. Put it in little packets, give it to them. We'd bet them $5 that they can't go a certain amount of time without water. Kid jumps 3 rows of decks in English class after having just that much of it and is knelt down at the water fountain for 5 minutes.
That tracks. Okay, Lance has got to go cook dinner.
Yeah.
First.
Anyway, we're getting off into some behind the scenes stuff here.
I want to thank everybody for being here today. Daredevil is tonight. I will have my review up at some point tomorrow.
Get ready, y'all.
Along with my new Henry Danger video. Thank you guys for tuning into those. But yeah, I will catch everybody next time. We got Friday Phil. We have Council of Creators tomorrow. I did that pause on purpose. Council of Creators tomorrow. Ronan, you got Ronan has his Invincible stuff coming up this week, as well as Daredevil. Taladia, I'm sure Taladia has something involving Marvel Rivals and possibly Dragon Ball as well. And Jake, you got your what do you have coming up, Jake?
So I have
this is never specified. No.
I have that Jake's Lost Level series coming up on Sundays, where I'm getting all of the game data back from my PS4 factory reset. That's going to be going on at 7 p.m. Eastern, starting on March 16th.
Okay, cool. And don't forget to send me that stuff for my video.
Oh, yep, it's being made currently.
Okay, cool.
Nice.
Cameron, was Dark Crisis any good? It just felt like a rehash of Crisis. I didn't care for it.
Hey, you know what? It was better than Heroes in Crisis.
Yeah, it was way better than Heroes in Crisis. It was just a way for them to bring back Pariah.
Yeah.
As an actual bad guy now. But I will catch you all next time.